All right, we're up. We're live. I'm Sam. This is my friend Mike. We're watching the draft. Mike, say hello.
What's up, everybody? Go Knicks.
You're repping the wrong team, man. You gotta rep your Eastern Conference powerhouse squad. Which, by the
No,
way,
I'm repping the team that just signed a 31-year-old Danish guy today. So let's go.
gotta love to see it. Did you see
Great Value FC.
what's it called? Y'all are wanting an interview right now?
Oh, yeah, your
James
boy, James Borrego.
Yeah, man.
Oh my
Come on.
God, man. I really feel like they fired Tom Thibodeau and had absolutely no plan whatsoever about what to do after that.
Yo, what's up, Eric?
I'm convinced. I'm just completely convinced
Appreciate you.
that was the move.
Wait, say it again.
I'm saying that they fired Tom Thibodeau. I mean, I think because Karl Anthony Towns probably went to them and said, get this guy out of here, in the same way how he did in Minnesota.
Right.
And then they probably thought they'd have a chance to go and get Jason Kidd to get Giannis. That's clearly not going to happen. And now we're fishing for, garbage. Absolute garbage.
Well, y'all got denied every chance you got with Udoka.
Yep.
Kid. Who was the other one? There was another one. There was another big dog y'all try to get.
Oh my gosh.
I forget.
Yeah, when it was an assistant, I can't remember.
What's up, Severe?
I don't know. I feel like the move is to go and get a like a JJ Redick kind of style guy, because you got the roster to cook right now.
An ex-player.
Unless you want to throw the bag at Jay Wright, like let's get the band back together, dude. Go get the Pope. Go get the Pope and make him the head coach.
But real talk, I think Borrego deserves another opportunity to be a head coach. I think he is a good head coach. I think he just hit a ceiling with Charlotte, and I want to believe that he learned his lesson with how quickly things flattened out. So
he was there under the Jordan administration, right?
Yeah, he had the last.
All that has a mark on it because he was a terrible owner.
No, 100%. But with Borrego, it was a 10-win improvement every year, right? Up until he got fired. But both the last two seasons are capped off by two horrific play-in performances. So, like, what's it really mean when you don't close or you don't show up in big games in back-to-back seasons? And also that year he got fired, the team was like 0 for 6 in overtime. So it just told me like he just didn't know how to close out these important games when things were at the highest leverage. He wasn't getting it done. And it's the easiest move in the world to replace the coach. But, we got Steve Clifford out of it, so that's cool. And
the Knicks have a considerably better roster than you guys have ever had.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I can see.
Made the Eastern Conference Finals. What are you talking about?
No, obviously.
Okay. It's so amazing I can actually say that now after having gone through the thick of it my entire life as a Knicks fan. We had that 1 month. We had Linsanity, our boy.
Yeah.
That was the best. That was still the best time I've ever had as a Knicks fan. Although this playoff run was so fun.
Yeah, seeing MSG pop off like that as a neutral, that was awesome.
My favorite meme of the entire playoff run was I saw an edit of Paul Atreides from Dune rather, and he was like crossing the ball over, and it said Ball Atreides. That was my favorite, my absolute favorite meme from the entire playoff run.
Yeah, boo this man.
What a year for Ben Stiller, with Severance season 2, and then the Knicks going to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Rip to Miles Teller though, getting no love on the broadcast. He's sitting right next to them boys. No love.
Dude, you have it's New York, the people that it attracts, But you had Timothy Chalamet bringing Kylie Jenner,
Game's game.
Severe Mike was a Magic fan. I live in Orlando. I mean, I'll root for the local team who are gonna cook.
Yeah, they're cooking. Yeah.
Little inside knowledge here from a source. Jamal Mosley is on thin ice here. This is before the trade, mind you. So they have to keep improving year over year. I think that it's like playoff series win or bust for him this year.
Especially for sure. You don't trade that many picks.
Exactly.
And especially considering Milwaukee's kind of fucked. Indiana's definitely fucked. Boston's fucked.
We're swearing early into this. 5 minutes in.
Look, we're here for a long time, not a good time. So we're hoping this works out.
Dude,
Okay, yeah.
that backcourt though of Suggs and Bane is like low key really good on defense. Like, forget
I mean,
how well Bane is
Bane
going to score.
Bane on defense ain't. He's not. People have been overstating what he is on defense. Don't go too
Next
crazy.
to Suggs, I think
Next
you're
to
crazy,
Suggs
dude.
is maybe no one better than Suggs. As a
But Bane is not a
Bane
slouch on
isn't.
defense.
Yeah, he's not a slouch, but
And
like
the fact that
he's not some
Franz
like crazy
and
3-and-D guy.
Paolo are there now,
Yes.
there's an alpha thing happening there because like both of those guys want to be the dog. So I don't know what will happen in that regard, but I think Banchero is like all NBA potential, and then
Yeah, for sure.
Wagner might be the most underappreciated star in the NBA. I mean, he's like the most underappreciated and underrated like star in the league, I think.
By casuals, I'm sure. Like the basketball nerds are fully familiar with Wagner, but
And Wendell Carter is fine. You know, he'll get you the rebounds, and they just need to shoot better, and that's why they got Bane. I mean, they're like one of the crappiest shooting
yeah,
teams in the NBA.
it's funny. I was looking at like so with the Hornets, terrible statistically across the board, and they would be worst in a lot of shooting categories if it wasn't for Orlando. Like
The Magic,
Orlando,
yeah, they're so
really
bad.
bailed out the Hornets in the 3-point shooting.
They also had terrible injuries this season. Like if it wasn't Paolo, it was Franz, and then Franz came back and Paolo got hurt.
I know how that shit goes. I know how that.
Yeah,
I know how that game goes.
There was I mean, for a while there, it looked like LaMelo Ball was a potential option to get traded here to Orlando, but
He would make a lot of sense there. Not anymore, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then Cole Anthony getting traded. He was dispensable, but
yeah,
another really underappreciated point guard that I think is going to be in the NBA for a really
well. So once Orlando goes on a run, man, like people are gonna wake up. Like what you're talking about being unappreciated. The Mavericks have, or sorry, Mavericks on the clock. Who do you think they're taking? Orlando. Once they have one playoff run, all those guys, their approval ratings are gonna shoot up. Because Orlando's still kind of like that.
They have the best jersey in the NBA right now.
The basketball nerdy squad. Oh, look, there's
the best jersey in the NBA.
LaMelo Ball jersey behind Cooper Flag. Hey, come on.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Hunter?
Shout out. I think if we're talking like power rankings of NBA jerseys, I think number one is probably like the Vancouver Grizzlies, you know, like the Memphis throwback. That's number one, I think, forever and always. Then number two, I think, is the new Orlando Magic fit. It's so fire. And then maybe the Miami Vice ones, I think, are really sick too.
But those are seasonal or whatever. I'm a big fan.
Your new color scheme is cool.
Yeah. The black and mint and gold is unique to the NBA. Really stands out. And then, but I'm a big fan of San Antonio's like teal, pink, and orange like throwbacks. And then I'm not gonna buy it because I'm not like it's not worth the money. But I would love to own a Milwaukee Cream City jersey because that's jokes. And I think those are coming back this year. They're running back the Cream City joints, and I'm excited.
Oh, you guys had like
we had Clit on our
or whatever it was. Yeah.
Everyone was like, "What?" Everyone had to throw a pissy fit about it. But like Sacramento has Sacktown on their shirts, and no one says a word. Like, what's going on? What's with the double standard? We can't have Clit on our jersey.
The Nets retro jerseys are cool.
Yeah. Wait, are you talking like ABA era or New Jersey?
Yeah. With the gradient red and blue. Those are cool. And then I wish Houston would rock their 90s look more often.
With the navy?
No, with the white and navy, the red and the yellow.
Oh, really so the Hakeem era.
Yeah, man. Those were awesome.
Yeah.
Doesn't this guy do NASCAR? Am I making that up? Marty
He
Smith
does.
Some other dude. Okay.
I think
they sent his ass to Maine.
They draw the short straw. It's a quick night for him too. Like that's the ideal assignment. I
guess you're right.
You get to go home. It's like in pro wrestling for house shows, like they're Hulk Hogan's, your Stone Colds. They wanted to go first. They want to be the first match of the night so they can leave. This is where you want to be if you're Marty Smith.
My daughter is like so into wrestling right now, Sam. It's not even fun. She was so on Monday Night Raw. It was Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso, both of her favorite wrestlers right now. So she was so upset that someone had to lose. She still thinks it's real, right? So I don't know. Do I tell her that they're performing? I feel like that's not cool to do.
Just show her the Benoit.
The Dark Side of the Ring episode.
Dark Side of the Ring.
She did watch the Hell in a Cell with Mankind and the Undertaker, and she
The actual
was
match,
like,
or
man, that guy
like
Mick, the match.
Okay.
She's like, man, that guy is crazy. I'm like, well, Mick Foley is awesome.
Yeah.
So
it's
she's
funny.
She's fully in on Mick Foley.
I was
Bad Bunny entrance in Puerto Rico. That might be the best WWE pop like ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, pro wrestling is a soap opera. My daughter is 7. She turns 8 in September.
There's a few years ago, someone brought a sign that said "Pro Wrestling's Redneck Anime," and it really nailed it. Sometimes you see a wrestling sign, you really nail it. And
That's
I'm
really
a wrestling fan.
Here we go.
100% correct.
Here we go.
Who's it gonna be?
Dallas Mavericks.
Who's it gonna be, boys?
Malawatch. They're gonna shock the world.
Here comes the pick. Pick is in.
Here we go. Congratulations.
Boo.
Listen, the Knicks got Patrick Ewing back in the day. The Bulls got Derrick Rose. The Cavs got LeBron. This is crazy rigged, right? Like,
so
right?
it also, yes, they got Dallas got Paige Beckers and Cooper Flag.
Yep,
that's not okay.
I joke, but like if you do the tankathon like simulations, you get crazy results all the time. But it's so funny every time I did it for like to see if you guys would get the number 1 pick. Y'all always get screwed. You never, ever, ever get it.
So I
always
mean,
the bridesmaid,
and it's been the case for the last few years. And so there's an element to say like, fuck it, like if actually tanking isn't really worth it. Historically.
Yeah, I mean the move is to stockpile and then make a crazy offer and move up. That's the
But
move.
no one's gonna move down. Like you need a really
but if you have a team that's starving for the long term and a stupid general manager,
well, they're gonna take them though. Like if you're that bad, you're, like in this class, you're not leaving the first pick unless there's like a real issue and that's something the players really pushing for and they have some really powerful representation. But
I just really wanted the Spurs here to trade for Giannis because just to see Giannis and Wemby together, it's that. And then if they could somehow keep Stephon Castle in that situation and retain Fox too, that's a crazy team. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Was it Shaq that said to Giannis, it's like, dude, you got the Supermax. You're rich as hell. You've already won a championship. You're the guy. Like,
do you want a statue or not? Like, do you want to have a statue?
But like, if you go to LA or you go to New York, the pressure and the media, like, dude, just chill. You're in an awesome spot.
I don't think the pressure with him. This is not a concern. It shouldn't be a concern.
But they're never going to hate him.
But he wakes up in the morning and at worst, he's the second best player in the world, and still in his physical prime. So like,
I think he's the best.
At worst, I'm saying. Like, if you want to put Jokic above him, like whatever. Like he's 1 or 2, just waking up doing nothing. So wherever
see my boy Josh Kroenke the other day, unprompted.
Yeah, why leave the kingdom?
I mean,
get your statue, Giannis, man. It'd be a fire statue.
See my guy Josh Kroenke at that press conference that unprompted talked about trading Jokic.
Listen, they deserve. If you're a Nuggets fan in here, respect. But y'all are in for it. They're all in for it.
They're gonna blow that thing up here soon.
Y'all are
so
in for it.
Severe in your chat here talking about Tijan Salon. What's the deal with him, dog? Like, is he gonna be anything, or
who knows? But what he is not an NBA player right now. But he's also super young. He was the youngest player in the NBA last year.
Would you rather have him or LiAngelo Ball?
Come on, man. Let's be real.
You were the one that defended him. I thought he was terrible.
Salon is not an NBA player right now. In 3 years, he can be. How good he will be, I don't know.
Wow, the second youngest number 1 overall pick. That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, reclassified.
Wow, look at that, dude. Only like a couple of days older than LeBron. That's crazy. When he was picked, obviously.
No, the reclassification thing is OP. If you're him, like you got it. You should be doing that.
Very just like blah suit. Now, Sam, I know you're big into like big into like fashion and whatnot. Do you think that the fact that the hats look wrinkled as hell, do you like that or not? To me, it looks like it was sitting in plastic. It doesn't look good.
Yeah, the pre-age thing is a bit tough. Like it looks like it's meant to be a vintage hat, right? Like something that you
It
found
looks like they
at a
found it in a
store.
closet, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
I like the blue on the rim. That's tight.
It's it's clean. Like it's all white, black lettering, logo, blue rim. Like it's nothing wrong with that. But the pre-worn, pre-age stuff is a bit tough sometimes.
I think the move, by the way, for the Mavericks this summer, they probably won't, is to redo their logo and their jerseys. I think they're ass.
What you say, the Mavericks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Rebrand it.
They've looked the same for a while.
New era.
Like they were basically the same things that Dirk wore, which is a bit tough. But dude, real quick on Cooper Flag, completely unfair that he's going to Dallas. But Kyrie just re-upped, coming off a crazy injury too.
He sucks.
AD, we'll see what the hell happens with them.
Yep.
I am very happy to not support a team that's in the Western Conference. And seeing how this 32.
Dude, I just think that it sucks.
32.
I think that it sucks that all of these generational.
Wait. I love that they had the jersey ready for sale.
Yeah, they knew about this for months, dude.
Someone's already wearing it in the crowd. Like, come on,
respect,
that's fire.
Dude. How do
you feel about 32 though? I don't know.
You always change. I don't give a shit about your number. I think that.
OC100.
What the hell was I about to? I don't even remember what I was about to say. But good, great pick. Game, yeah. Great pick. Love it. Think it's great. I think he's a phenomenal basketball player. Oh, now I remember what I was going to say. I hate that all these generational number ones are going to the West. As fans of two Eastern Conference teams, all of these, Zion, Wemby, Flag, they're all going West. None of them are in the Eastern Conference.
The year the East gets the first pick, it's last year. Even when the Eastern Conference gets it, it's in the worst draft in like 10, 15 years, whatever.
Right. And I think Risa Shea's all right, by the way. I think
completely.
Here we go, number
completely
2.
Fine. Who's it going to be?
Ace Bailey. There he goes. All right. The draft has officially begun, folks. Here we go. Chalk number 1 and 2. This kid's fire. Shout out his dad. This Rutgers team was cheeks, though, by the way. We were talking about this before we started streaming. Like, the level of talent between Dylan Harper and Ace Bailey is, like, monumentally high. This Rutgers team was so bad. So bad.
Yeah. I have a bunch of Rutgers games saved on my DVR. The first game I watched live ended up being their last game. Was Rutgers versus USC in the Big Ten tournament. Bailey fouled out of that thing before overtime hit. Dylan Harper was getting targeted like a motherfucker on defense. I was like,
I question whether or not Ace Bailey is a serious person, right? Like, is he, like Logan Roy in like Succession, like, you're not a serious person? I think Ace Bailey has phenomenal levels of talent, but I'm a little, part of me thinks that there's an attitude-y kind of like, too big for his britches kind of thing.
So that's the thing, right? At this point, somebody
Tijon his cheeks.
Nobody.
That's your guy.
He is. He is.
There's
gonna be something wrong or some things wrong with a lot of these guys from here on out, right? So you just got to pick what direction you want to go in, and what is like unfixable at this stage. And so what
they're so young, dude. Like, you can work all that out,
Well, the things that you can't fix, like if a guy's a bitch, then you can't fix that. Like, that's permanent, right?
Great.
So
your streams have never been like this.
It's
oh my god.
Am I wrong though? Like, you
can't teach the height, like the physical ability, like
yeah.
But you can gain weight, you can lift, and
you can scheme around it too. But like, if your mental's not there, then that's never going to be there.
I feel like at his top level, like Ace Bailey, from his like scoring ability, coupled with like a Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball orchestrating it, would be box office, I think. But before we started streaming, I was saying that I think that you got to get a shooter. Like, good shooters in today's NBA get you 4 first-round picks in Desmond Bane. right? You got to get someone that can shoot the ball. So I like Trey Johnson. I know that you like Con Knipple. I mean, if you're cool with picking Gordon Hayward at 4, that's what he is, right? At best, I think.
Yeah, and which is perfectly fine because Hayward, they had like a 10, 11-year career.
Is that his mother? Is that Dylan Harper's mom? Ron Harper's wife right there?
I don't know. I'm sure if it is,
looks younger than him.
Twitter's going crazy if that is his mom.
But shout out Rutgers. I was about to shout out a particular running back. I won't shout out him. I'll shout out Brian Leonard. He was awesome. The other guy, he was good in college though. He was great in college.
So how much longer does LaMelo have with the Hornets?
I think that if you guys are bad, and it comes to the deadline, they've been
bad. They've been bad. That's not going to change, right? I think it's like that's not a thing. It's just they are bad. So
the most unserious, worst media trained athlete ever.
So right? LaMelo is going to be here until somebody really wants him, because I would be shocked if the Hornets' value on LaMelo and any other team's value on LaMelo is the same. And anyone trading for him is going to want to get
Dylan Harper, everybody.
6, 7, or what, 50 cents, 60 cents, 70 cents on the dollar to what the Hornets value him at. So like whenever those values match, I think that's when, or when his contract runs out in like 4 years.
But like, if we're talking point guards in the NBA, right?
Dylan Harper,
like Derek Brunson, the best point guard in the NBA. Shoot, I mean, Halliburton pre-injury, he was just on fire this playoff run. I rate De'Aaron Fox. I think he's sick. So where's LaMelo Ball in that conversation? Because that's a question you got to ask yourself. Like, if you're gonna get just a facilitator to replace him or a good shooter, where's the heat coming on the rest of the team?
So I'm gonna answer your question with another question.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, how did I forget him?
Yeah, that's what I said. Right. About? The Hornets have not only, like, in a world with LaMelo, 5 seasons done, right? They have never brought in a competent backup point guard in 5 years. They've shown no ability or desire to bring in.
Why Jeremiah Fears, I think, would be a great pick.
Wait. So they have not been able to do that, or haven't wanted to, whatever you want to call it. Right?
Ish Smith, you loved him.
That's how bad things were, dog. Isaiah Thomas was like a godsend compared to some of the other guys that are running out there, right? Vasa Micic was like the best we've got in the LaMelo Ball era. It's been really bad. So like the idea of trading LaMelo and then trying to find a point guard is like, well, there's really no evidence of them being able to bring in a point guard during the LaMelo Ball era. So it's a bit tough. It's a bit tough.
Wait a minute. Yeah, Severe just said in your chat that LaMelo Ball's going into his 6th year.
Yeah. 2020 draft.
Because I remember when we streamed that, dude. We're getting old, bro. Holy crap. Game's
a game.
All right. So number 3 here, 20 some odd seconds left here for the Sixers.
You're a little ahead of me.
Pick is in.
You're ahead. I'm at 20 seconds right now. Pick is in just now from me.
All right. So we're like seconds behind.
So Edgecombe is smiling. I like that. I want to see Edgecombe go here, because I want Ace Bailey next. That's what I want.
That's the move. I mean, dude.
He's more
the guy
NBA
you
ready.
Were streaming with yesterday, Balta. What was his name?
Yeah,
dude,
Balta.
He was spitting facts yesterday on your stream. You won 19 games last year. You got to take a risk. You can't pick like a high upside risk, not another French guy that probably will never play in the NBA, but like someone with high level of ability, you know?
Yeah. Well,
take the chance.
But that's like
trade him.
But yes, and to the point where they did that last year. They took a high risk, high ceiling guy last season. It would be in character.
Or trade back.
Well, that's another thing. So if they take Bailey here, either team takes Bailey here, Philly or Charlotte, I fully expect Brooklyn to trade up for it. So like I don't even when the Hornets pick, I'm not gonna even feel confident in that pick until after the Brooklyn Nets pick at 8. Here we go, boys. Here we go.
We'll just tank for Dibansa, you know?
We'll be tanking either way. Let's be honest. Charles will be in this thing next season.
Wow.
Wait. There you go.
I won't say it.
Okay. All right, boys.
VJ from Baylor.
And
You are
Bahamas.
all about this dude in the tournament. I think that he's a high effort guy, freak athlete, really bouncy. But like, I don't know, like, is he gonna be? He's number 30 overall. Like at a ceiling here, he should be an all pro at some point. You're picking someone in the top 5 in the NBA.
Wait, who are you talking about right now? Edgecombe?
VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, so because like what I loved about him was the fact that he played within his system as the best player on the team. He wasn't everything is running through me. So if you're dropping a guy into
it's true.
A squad with Embiid, with Maxey, with Paul George potentially, like you don't want a guy who's like, give me the ball. Edgecombe isn't a give me the ball guy. He's a
Baylor
dirty
makes
work
great
off
pros
ball.
too.
Yeah, he's gonna be a demon off ball on both ends and play within the team system. So like for Philly, and he's ready to go right now. He could suit up and play for the Sixers tomorrow and be a valuable part of the rotation or as a starter, right? And so it makes a ton of sense for Philly. And who the fuck knows?
I don't know. I'll say I said it to you before, Sam. I think this draft sucks.
Right.
You know, it's a 1, maybe 2 draft, two guy draft.
Well, what draft?
I just
Wait,
think the rest
stop.
is
Time out. What does that even mean? Because what draft isn't 1 to 2 guys? That's most drafts.
2003. What are you talking about?
Okay, the 1 year, the 1 year with the Barry Hall of Famers. What are you talking about? There have been
good drafts.
Yeah, this is a good draft.
Just, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I look at this.
Okay.
I look at this draft and I see like Flag, Harper, Edgecombe, Knipple, I think Trey Johnson. Those are at least 5 guys that at least have 10-year NBA careers. I would put money on those guys being in the NBA.
I like Fierce too. No one is talking about Jeremiah Fierce.
I'm just saying, at minimum, those dudes, the top end guys that are going to get second contracts. Last year's draft, I'm not confident in a lot of those guys to getting second deals. That for me is the bare minimum from when you're out of that top 2.
Sar.
They'll get second deals for sure.
Yeah,
but at this point in the draft, outside of the top, it gets a bit murky.
All right. So the Hornets are on the clock. There's less than 4 minutes. Are they making calls? What do you want?
Well, I think teams are calling them, right? They should.
What do you want to do?
They should draft Ace Bailey and say, who wants him? Like, come get him.
But with a guy with that many red flags, that's already slipped.
And if you don't, then you have a really high-end prospect.
Is his name Ace, or is that a nickname?
No, it's a nickname. It's a bit cringe, I'll be honest with you. But you know
what's his actual name? Arius. His name is Arius. It's kind of dope.
That's a better name, to be fair. It does follow in the lineage of.
He's from Tennessee. He's from Tennessee. Get another fun accent.
Just like Brandon Miller
in North Carolina. He's not Xavier Leggett. I mean, that's like the best accent in sports right now.
There's a strong history of Boss Bailey.
His mom played at West Virginia.
Ace Bailey, Lakers in 5.
Oh, that's right. His aunt was in the WNBA.
Yeah, he's gonna be fired. He's gonna be fired for the Sixers. He's gonna be fired for the Sixers.
He's speaking well.
Spam who you want the Hornets to draft right now. Just fill up the chat with who you want. I don't want the Illinois kid. I'm good on that. I want no part of that.
These hats are so ass. I can't get over how.
That's why he keeps fidgeting with it. Ace.
Shout out to the Bahamas too, by the way. Shout out, rest in peace, Kimbo Slice.
Charlotte doesn't have the best track record with Bahamas players.
You loved him. I thought he was trash when you picked him too.
Yeah, high upside, dude. Knicks legend.
I guess Knicks legend.
Yeah, it was the Hornets traded up. He was a Knicks selection.
Oh, that's right.
Because
It was.
The NBA is super whack and they can't figure out the trade, so you have to do the wrong hat thing. Which I said this yesterday. If the Hornets take somebody and then trade him after he's wore the hat, that player is going to have a Hall of Fame career. It's locked in.
Peace to the Mamba
and SGA. God rest his soul.
Whoa. Oh, wait a minute. I forgot about that. Y'all
It was Miles Bridges, bro. They swapped
Did you see how high he was on Good
Miles
Morning
Bridges.
America? Did you see how high he was on
No.
national television? Oh, dude, look at that clip. He was so high. Shout out. I mean, whatever. Who cares? I just thought it was so funny.
Played his ass off.
Maybe he might have been nervous, you know? Did you see all the booze that was left in the locker room too? Like after they won, like no one drank any of the booze.
I'm curious. Oh, Buddy Hield in the house. Come on. Wait, is he on the Sixers?
I still do not rate Chet Holmgren, by the way.
Rip. Wait. Oh, he's with Golden State.
We need a real small forward. Facts. I mean, the pick here is to take the risk given the upside that is present. But like they're running down the clock here. So it's very clear. As I say that, the pick is in, Sam. Shout out Kendrick Perkins' tie, by the way. I like it. He's gotten a lot better on TV, by the way.
ESPN is so ass, bro. They got the Morris twins on TV now. Like, who's asking for that? I don't get it. I don't get it. Who's randos they got on TV, man? Get your money, bro.
Whatever Mike says. What?
Rip.
He likes finishing second. Ouch. Ouch.
It's jokes. I'm gonna leave it up there.
Ouch.
It's a good one. Yo, how you feel about Travis Hunter? I assume you're a Jags fan. That's their coach, right?
That's right. Yeah,
that's their coach.
Shout out Travis Hunter. He got paid, man. Good for him.
Yeah, man. Respect.
Bengals would never. Knows, not a fan of him.
Yeah, well, Rico knows isn't a fan of a lot of things.
I mean, so they're showing clips of LaMelo Ball right now. He's the most unmedia trained athlete of all time, right?
It's not great. The interviews.
Also, is Miles Bridges still on your team?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He had they signed him to a 3-year deal.
That's crazy.
The money the money decreases each year, which makes him super tradable. So we'll see.
So they're taking a while here.
Liam Cohen, yeah, that's right. Duval.
Well, you said Travis. It wrong first, which was very funny. Did you see the Travis Hunter's YouTube video when he was like touring the facility and the cons are just like they're so weird.
They're a weird bunch for real.
They're tiny too. They're not very tall.
What I love about Travis, like he just bought. I think he just ordered some Jags pajamas off of Amazon. He could have just got that for free, but he showed up
Here we go.
Facility wearing them things. Oh my God, bro! Come on, lock in.
All
right. Just it's interesting. They must not have gotten. What's Brooklyn doing then? Who they got? It must be Utah. It must be Utah.
Con Knipple.
I'm here for it. Con Knipple, man. That's fine. It's fine. If you go on YouTube,
all the kids have K names. That's cool.
Are the three of them? His parents are record basketball players at their respective
but his parents
schools.
They're not suiting up to play. So
no, I'm saying that he knows ball. Is what I'm saying.
The one thing that's good about this is LaMelo's going to be kicking to this dude all day long. And like I said before, if you want a shooter and you need to get better at it, you have to have a dead-eye three-point shooter to win in today's NBA. Have to. And he can shoot.
He can definitely
create his own shot too.
Yes. His basketball, there's a play where I think Caleb Proctor is falling out of bounds. He holds his leg to keep him in play. This kid does the little things. That shit matters. And he's a real competitor. And so also he's going to get the Charlotte Hornets do not have anybody that can space the floor beyond LaMelo and Brandon Miller. Miles Bridges is an average three-point shooter. Grant Williams is coming off an ACL injury. And then you're talking Seth Curry, who won the three-point percentage championship, but he was taking 2 attempts a night. when he did play. It's not great. Shooting is a major need because LaMelo Ball is going to have
He's
the
the starter
ball
right away, right?
Right away's tough, but yeah, he's going to be involved right away for sure.
Oh, well, I guess you still have. Well, so it's
because you could do Ball, Miller, because you still have Josh Green in the mix, who can. That's another thing with this. All right, Okay, let me back up a little bit. With Knipple, they need someone that can space. That has to be honored out there, which will free up things for for Bridges and Mark Williams down there, assuming they're back, or whoever's playing those positions. Because LaMelo's going to have the ball a lot, like a lot. Brandon Miller needs to be honored out there, but if you're playing defense against the squad, you gotta choose one. Like you can't key on Miller or Knipple. Like there's gonna be opportunities to dish out there, and then with him theoretically pushes Josh Green to the bench, a guy who is terrified to shoot, a guy who's coming off a shoulder injury in the offseason, or offseason shoulder surgery. This will make him a better player, assuming he's back. So like it recalibrates things given the current state of the roster. Who the hell knows what happens with the roster? But like, if you go on YouTube and you type in Rick Schnall, who's one of the owners of the team, he's at a Duke fantasy basketball camp hitting a game winner. He wanted a Duke guy. No one could tell me differently. It was not Con Knipple. Well, it wanted to be flagged. If it wasn't going to be flagged, it was going to be Knipple. And if for whatever reason someone traded up, it was going to be Malawatch.
I think it's fine. Right? I mean, for me, at number 4, take a bigger risk than a guy like Bailey. But like, he can shoot. And again, the fact is that like he's your best shooter, right?
Wait, say again?
Is he your best shooter?
No, right LaMelo. No. Like,
well, his shot selection is terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, but he kind of has to because there's no other shooters on the team. Those one, like
there is now.
Right? Brandon Miller should be back fine after his wrist injury.
Someone in your chat said we needed a glue guy like this. I mean, I always loved Tito Turkoglu growing up. I thought that like he was the elite glue guy, right? And if this is the guy to like finally bring Miller and Bridges and Ball all together and play more as a unit instead of as individuals, hey, because Bailey's probably more of that fighter pilot kind of individual guy, right? This is going to be a guy that's not going to upset the chemistry of the team, which I guess is good.
It's great.
It's fine. I mean, it's fine, right?
The Utah on the clock.
This has got to be Bailey, right? This team is so bad, so bad. So why not be worse?
Well, apparently their GM said we're going for it now. So
yeah, right. Okay.
Well,
isn't the owner of the team? Isn't he part of the BYU booster that is paying Dibansa? So like, get the hell out of here! Like, come on now.
So yeah,
they got that kid on layaway at BYU.
Legit. If they win the lottery, I may be done with this all together. Like that's crazy. Utah cannot win the lottery.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what's going to happen.
But yeah. So going back to Knipple while we're still waiting for the Utah pick. Yes, I think he could start right away. LaMelo, him, Miller, and then Bridges and Williams. Now that's not great defensively. Mark Williams ain't it.
Who cares? Score.
Miles Bridges really ain't it defensively. LaMelo's suspect. Brandon Miller should be that guy. Hopefully, in year 3, he could become that real lockdown two-way guy. Knipple is competent in it, similar to Bridges, but obviously less athletic. So what you are doing is shoring up off your offensive side. And then hell, like Mark Williams is a competent passer too. So in instances, you're talking about LaMelo finding him in corners or on the wing. Mark Williams can find him. Bridges can find him. Brandon Miller can find him. So there's a real value in getting them and maximizing his minutes early next season. And again, demoting the key part of that is demoting Josh Green to 6th or 7th man. And then that also means assuming Trey Mann comes back, then you have a second unit because Trey Mann ain't it defensively either. No, so you have Josh Green and Trey Mann as a backcourt. That's really
bad, dude.
That's really solid for the state of this team.
Somebody here said, I say we trade back for a big or another late lottery pick. Dude, I was telling you before we started, Walter Clayton Jr. is the backup point guard to LaMelo Ball. That's another dog. Whoever picks that kid, I'm here for it.
Wait, what do you mean trade back? So like you said this earlier. I don't
Trade back in. Trade back in.
Okay.
This says a late lottery. I don't think he's going in the lottery, but probably pretty close. Here we go. Pick is in for Utah. Ace Bailey.
Rip.
And he said his name. He said his government name, Arius, which is a sick
So
name.
he must be going to Brooklyn then. Like, gotta be. Gotta be going to Brooklyn.
Is he getting booed? By the way, this is how much people actually care about Rutgers. Like, isn't this in New York, the draft? No one cares.
It's Brooklyn, yeah.
About Rutgers. Yeah. Someone said, I've been screaming about Walter Clayton Jr. Train Mark Williams to Brooklyn for pick 18 to get him. I mean, I think giving up Mark Williams, a guy that clearly a lot of teams are very interested in, I think that you could probably get more than an unproven rookie for him. But, dude, Walter Clayton Jr., he had an amazingly talented basketball team around him, but he was the leader in that finals run. And that team was good all year. He's a dog. Might be a little small for the NBA, but the fact is he can shoot, he can make his own shot, and that's going to be enough to at least get you to that second contract, you'd hope.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know about 2K. The worst thing
is that the Nets or Oklahoma would get him.
I haven't played 2K in a long time, so I don't know.
Knipple, 72? Is that too high?
I don't know. I don't love it. Understanding
you would
think
that the three-point shooting is
Hornets can't teach. We could add another
side
pick in this draft. I'll stay even keel. Yeah, like I think it's like I think this is a responsible draft pick. Like Ace Bailey would be more exciting.
It's a great way of putting it.
It's a perfectly responsible.
Yes.
Actually, Jazz aren't on the clock anymore. It's the Wizards, yeah.
Sam, someone asked in the chat here, the person who I think is an Arsenal fan as well, even though he took a shot at me earlier. Would you want Zion, hometown guy?
No, bro. No. Absolutely not. No. Oh, what? Okay, timeout. The answer is no. What is appealing though is the fact that his contract has all these like clauses in it. So if it just goes to shit, you just walk away.
You didn't have to get rid of Miller or Ball. If it's somehow around giving up Bridges and picks, I think it's a W.
Well, I wouldn't trade picks because I'm not confident in the team. I would never trade a pick unless this team is in the play-in picture. Because giving up, the Hornets have Dallas's pick, they have Miami's pick, they have like a weird Phoenix or Sacramento pick.
Yeah,
one of them, sure, but the
LaMelo Ball,
Charlotte should never trade
Miller,
one of picks.
Zion Williamson, maybe Con Knipple, maybe he'd be part of that trade.
LaMelo and Zion are not going to combine to play 80 games. You cannot.
That's what I'm saying. Like
you can't do it.
You were just talking about being responsible. That is perhaps one of the more irresponsible moves. It's fun. It's fun though.
You can't do it. It's fun. And Zion's such a ball dominant guy too. Like you can't. That just doesn't work. Like LaMelo it has to be LaMelo for Zion. That's the only way that makes like actual sense.
That's no fun.
Otherwise, well, who the fuck? What's Wizards even doing? They just traded for Jordan Poole. Like they're doing some weird stuff down there. So someone on TikTok said they really traded Jordan Poole from the worst Eastern Conference team to the worst Western Conference team. Poor guy.
Oh man. I would think the Wizards here probably
wait.
Fears or Johnson.
So Hunter, this Mark Williams, 33 and 34, that's the ticket to get back into the first round. I don't know where you get it. I don't know where that takes you. I think 13 to 14 late lottery
at that point. Who do you target?
Well, you're looking at anything. The Hornets have every need imaginable right now. So you're going best. You get two cracks at it, which is super important because
I rate Mark Williams though. Like
you're at what? What do you like about Mark Williams?
To be fair, you're getting a mid first round pick in return for him. To be fair, I guess
I am.
And the Lakers pick that you were going to get was not going to be at that, but you were going to get a Connect, which I think was the real.
And you're out of just.
I guess that kind of gave away the fact they were going to pick Knipple because they wanted a guy in Connect who's like similar.
Well, so look, my Mark Williams thing is this dude had an opportunity to show the Lakers they fucked up. The first game after that trade got rescinded, the first game after the All-Star break, Hornets at Lakers. And Mark Williams went into that game and he was differential to Jackson Hayes and oh my God, who's the other big? Oh no. I'm forgetting his name. Basically, the guys that the Lakers were trying.
Differential? Is that what you meant?
Yeah, differential. Yeah.
Okay, you said differential.
Sorry.
I thought you were going somewhere else.
He was passive. He was conceding the low block to the guys that he was meant to be an upgrade over. Yeah. And he should have gone into that game with some fire and some like energy. Now, offensively, he's really good. And I think he has the potential to be something really special offensively, especially as his jumper develops. But defensively, he's so like his center of gravity is so high and he's not strong enough. He gets bullied like all the time.
And for a guy that like is physically gigantic too.
He doesn't fight for rebounds like he should. And he gets away with it because he's huge and he's a crazy athlete. He can get to rebounds. He can stack those numbers, but it's disheartening when he's out the game and you see like a guy like Moussa Diabate who's really fighting for it. You could really tell the difference in the effort on the glass. And so that's concerning. And then so he has 1 year left on his deal, his rookie deal. Then you're talking extension time and you're talking probably $20 million at minimum. I don't feel comfortable about that at all. So if Charlotte wanted to fully get out of the Mark Williams business, flip the asset for something else, I am all for it.
What would you want?
All for it. Well, I would be okay. Let's.
What do you want?
Well, I want a better player, right? He doesn't have to be in this draft class. I'm just saying, long term, I don't think Mark Williams fits into this project because I don't think he's a center you can really build around. Unless
so if you were to trade
wait. Unless you bring in a power forward who is way more defensive minded. Think Al Horford and Robert Williams from like the previous iteration of the Celtics. They had a two-headed combo in the front court that covered each other's weaknesses. Like you'd have to really scheme it. And Miles Bridges isn't that guy. He can't do the Al Horford thing that Horford did in Boston years ago when those two were in the front court together. So if you're going to keep Williams, you got to really build around it. That means trading Miles Bridges. And I think one's easier to trade than the other. But go ahead.
No, I mean, I hear you. I just question. I think you get dominated in the front court if you give up.
It's happening now, though.
So bad.
They're getting dominated now.
Yeah.
You can. I don't give gambling advice. I don't want to be responsible for that, and I'm not that good at it. But if you're looking at over-unders against Hornet centers,
because then Wizards
versus the opposing team center, like, there we go.
That's what I figured. Trey Johnson, great pick.
He's gonna put up numbers. He's gonna put up a lot of numbers.
I think the best shooter in the draft.
Green light city.
Knipple's excellent, but like, dude, this kid is like ridiculous.
Yeah, this makes a lot of sense for Washington.
Oh, again, a theme so far of this draft, and Cooper Flagg's a great shooter too. You gotta value guys that can shoot. I mean, you have to. We can't have like question marks around the shooting in today's NBA. You either have to be able to run the floor and shoot, or you can go play in frickin' Europe.
Yeah.
It's like it's ironic. The Premier League, I was listening to a podcast recently. It is so much more a high intensity sprinting league than it's ever been. I mean, look at what your team, Manchester City, is doing. Like, it's a copycat league too, much like all professional sports, but like the fullbacks are just full on sprinting the entire game. And you got to be too deep to rotate because of how exhausting it is. In the NBA, if you don't have an elite level shooter and maybe even two of them, because everyone has to be able to shoot, but you got to have one dude that like is like near miss.
But
we need promotion and relegation in the NBA. That'd be crazy. American sports ain't going to do that because there's too much TV money. It's not going to happen. Be awesome though. We tanked a whole year for a role player.
They're all role players though. That's the thing. Like these are all going to be role players at this point.
What's the expectation for Salon? What do you want out of him this season?
I want him to be a
He
consistent
has to be part of the
spot up
rotation now,
shooter,
right?
or I don't say spot up shooter. I want him to be basically a reliable ninth man
How many
next
minutes
season.
do you think he averages?
I
How many
don't
minutes
know,
did he
like a ninth man in the rotation. So
how many minutes
however you want to scale that.
did he play this year? Let me look it up. I turned my PC off. Hang on.
But Salon, I need a lot
Because
more.
you can't go into year 3 and he's still a project guy.
You
Like
you
he was
absolutely
the
can.
number 6 overall pick.
No. You can. That's
Frank
you can do it.
Ntilikina was playing when we picked him as for the
No.
Knicks.
You can do that. You deserve the 4 years to figure out what you are. At least
Oh,
at a
come on.
base level.
Number 6 overall? No
Yeah.
way.
That's the whole
No
point
way.
of the rookie scale and the team options. Like you deserve that leeway. But and then
Still 19 years
well
old
then
too. Crazy.
exactly. He's going to be 24.
When was he born?
So he's going to have an
August.
opportunity.
So he'll be 20 for next season. The entire season.
Yeah. So like it's fine. This if he gets to a second contract, it's not going to be crazy. The clock is still going to be ticking on him. It's fine. But again, it's not great right now, but that's expected. By year 4, he should be a real role player on the team. If not, that's a big problem.
20 minutes per game. Am I reading that right? He played in 60 games, started 10 of them, 20 minutes a game. 28% from 3. This is your spot up shooter that you just said. 28%. He averaged 5.9 points per game, 4.7 rebounds, 71% from the free throw line, 1 assist, 0.5 steals. I mean, got to take that next step up. Got to.
There is only up. There's not a step. It's only up. And
what's his nickname? Does he have a good nickname? There's nothing on
El Tigre or something like that.
No, it's not. Is that for real?
No, it is. Yeah, something like that. Something Tiger something. Like it's like
doesn't
maybe
say it on Basketball Reference.
And nor should it. He doesn't deserve a nickname on that website yet. But to your point, they on a competent team, he doesn't touch the floor, right? The Hornets had no intention of being good last season. That's why they took him 6th overall, because they're playing the long game. Wait. They're talking about the Utah pick. Okay.
They're saying that Ace Bailey, this wasn't one of his preferred destinations.
So they didn't say he didn't want to go there. It just wasn't a preferred destination. There's been some back and forth on the language there.
You're telling me you want to go somewhere where you people don't drink coffee and all that? It's beautiful there. Do you like to ski?
Just lock in, bro.
Dude, these hats are tragically terrible, I think. Dude, my whole thing, like with this, I don't want to play there, and like, dude, just be like Giannis. You're in the NBA. You are a professional basketball player. Is this not what your dream is to do? You're getting paid to do what you love to do. Go make the best of it.
Why is he still there though? Like, why is it?
Why wasn't he partying somewhere in Brooklyn?
No, like, why is he not? Why is he still in the area? Brooklyn pick next, not right now, but next. I'm wondering
if you may as well live your real dream, though. You are. You're a professional basketball player.
Let me put this on the screen. Pelicans.
I rate Igor Demon, by the way, coming up from BYU. I think that kid's nice.
Pelicans. There they are.
Khan is a future playoffs contributor. Stop the hate. I think he'll have a very long career, given the fact that he's a great shooter, right? Unless he's just a complete liability in the NBA, just getting absolutely dominated athletically. It's possible. But the NBA is so much more a pick and pop, run the floor league than it's ever been. And he's excellent at that. So,
well, listen, he gets it, bro. Like, he's going to do what he needs to do to stay on the floor. And what I love is, like, I'm not confident a lot of players watch the product. I think a lot of these guys, it is a job. They show up, they do their job, they go home. They don't watch these games. Concanipple watches these games.
Student of the game, right?
Like,
pick us in.
That's not nothing.
Pelicans.
Who?
That was quick.
Prayers up for whoever's going to New Orleans.
Fears? It's got to be Fears, right? Jeremiah Fears. This kid's fire, dude. The chain is crazy.
Zero Fear
with the name. That's like Malik Neighbors when he got drafted by the Giants. This kid's fire. I'm a fan. Think he's better than Scoot Henderson, who you were in love with. I think he's terrible. My God, look at Trae Young wearing that Mavericks hat. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying, man. The NBA, they gotta fix that. He's fixing in post. Just edit a.
Just have a green screen patch right on it.
Just have him step into a booth. Pop the green suit on.
Pick up your ugly ass boat hat. So ugly.
My initial thought is he's gonna be a bust because he's going to New Orleans. Not because of him, but because he's going there.
I think you're a hater. By the way, like
no, yeah, I am a hater.
Can we rebrand this team to the New Orleans Pelicans?
That's a fine. What? Did you don't like the name?
No, it sucks.
Listen, all names are stupid, bro. Like all the names are dumb.
No, that's not true.
It is.
There's some good ones.
They're all nicknames are stupid.
Not really. No.
Yeah, because it's new. You're used to it. If it's new and you're not used to it, it's gonna sound weird or sound stupid. Imagine wanting to be a Cowboy.
I need to say this one more time.
That is really dumb.
I guess I have not even said it even once, but I will say it to everybody here in the chat. The fact that Seattle does not have a basketball team still is a crime against one of the great sports cities in the United States. And the fact is that I know that, the players that were on the Sonics that came to Oklahoma are long gone, but like that team, when it was Durant, Westbrook, Ibaka, Harden wasn't a Sonics pick, but Ibaka, Westbrook, and Durant were all Seattle draft picks. I worked in Washington at that time, and all these people I worked with were so upset that was their team in the finals. Now, of course, they lost to LeBron and the Heat, but it's crazy that New Orleans, the smallest media market in the NBA, has a basketball team, and like there's a professional basketball team in Oklahoma and not one in Seattle is crazy, but whatever.
Well, for now, Vegas is getting a team. Seattle's going to get a team.
Is that happening though? Is Vegas actually getting?
They're going to expand. They're absolutely going to expand. Yeah.
You got to put a team in Seattle.
Yeah, for sure. There's going to be 2 teams.
I've read about teams going to Mexico City. I mean, I think that'd be cool and all, but because there's one in Toronto,
Yeah, but
I don't know. I just
in this climate, I don't know about that.
I was gonna say, yeah, the New Orleans Jazz. I mean, weren't they originally? Didn't that name come from? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, like there are no lakes in Los Angeles. The Clippers' names came from San Diego. There are no Grizzlies in Memphis. All the names are stupid. Memphis, why is Memphis in the Western Conference anyway? Like none of it makes sense.
Do you think that team should blow it up? You think they should trade Jared Jackson Jr.?
No. No, because they have all those picks. They can go get somebody that better fits what they have going on. They need Ja to be healthy, which is I can relate.
Stop flexing guns on social media. Like that's like the number one thing.
That's probably the easiest thing to fix. Like when you're just looking at the list of things.
Oh, that's a LaMelo Ball. I don't know, man.
Hey, Melo does a lot of things. That's not one of them. We don't need to end. That was a James Bouknight thing.
That's like not number one thing anymore. I'm doing for LaMelo Ball. It's like you're not driving cars anymore. You're gonna have a driver. Okay, that's number one, right? Number 2. I don't
understand why this is not the standard with these high end athletes. Like I wouldn't drive anywhere.
Number 2,
I'd have a
we're
driver
hiring
on tap.
Full-time PR person, full-time, to be around you all the time and give you teachable moments as to how to talk in front of a camera. These are the 2 most important things I'm doing for LaMelo Ball. Hornets, one of the best names in sports. Cool history, cool logo. I agree.
Mm-hmm. Well, Pelicans mean something to the region though. Like it's not a random name either.
The New Orleans Boudin Balls. I don't know. The Raging Cajuns. I'm here for it.
It's like the state bird, isn't it? Like that's like it means something to
Whack,
over
dude.
there.
It is cool that they have like no natural predator. That is cool. That's whack.
I do think if your team name doesn't end in S, that is stupid.
The Marshall Thundering Herd.
Magic, Jazz,
That's fire.
Thunder. Grow up and pluralize your name.
The
Pick
North Texas Mean Green. You're crazy, dude. You're wrong.
That's fine for college.
That's fine for college. You are wrong.
That's fine for college.
You're wrong. No, you're wrong.
That's fine for college. I think
you're wrong.
If you're an adult, you need to play on a team that has an S, that ends with S.
Dude, Brooklyn drafting right away. They seem happy. By the way, another team that needs a rebrand. You had cool colors. Like, I grew up going to New Jersey Nets games when they played at Continental Airlines Arena. I saw Michael Jordan play there. Those Nets team, again, growing up as a Knicks fan, I mean, the better basketball team was the New Jersey Nets. Jason Kidd, Keith Van Horn, Richard Jefferson, Kenyon Martin, Stephon Marbury was there, Sam Cassell. Dude, they had guys on that. Vince Carter. Whereas, my team, Charlie Ward, Howard Isley, Michael Sweetney, DeMar Johnson, Ronaldo Ballman, just garbage. Absolute garbage. The Seattle Kraken. That's a hockey team. Oh, that's right. That doesn't end in S.
Yeah, it's a cool name, but like grow up.
Sam's hater.
Just grow up and add an S in there. So yeah, Brooklyn's on the clock.
It's not.
They have so many.
No way said you could have an ice cream.
They have so many picks. Yeah, I'm muting Mike as he's negotiating with his daughter. He loves to leave a hot mic on.
I muted the broadcast, but not the mic. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, got him.
She's out here telling me that she can have ice cream. It's 9:00 at night. It's crazy.
Hey, you don't ask, you don't get. Respect.
Fair enough. Konka Nipples, the Darko Milicic.
Damn.
You gotta chill.
Damn, bro.
You gotta chill. Darko Milicic was surrounded by some of the greatest basketball players at that time coming into the NBA, let alone how their careers ended up. You gotta chill.
Listen, what?
Also, the Human Victory cigar might be one of the best nicknames in all of basketball.
Oh,
here we go.
Brooklyn
Nets. Dude, I rate it. I said before, Yegor. I like this dude.
Now, okay. BYU. Utah drafted Ace Bailey. Is this going like, are they flipping boys? Are they going to send the BYU guy to Utah for Ace Bailey? I'm joking. Shams is quiet.
Dude, this guy looks like the Leeds United goalkeeper, Ilan Melier, with the haircut. I know that's a random
deep cut.
That's who he looks like. I like the suit too.
This reeks of going to Utah.
Yeah, but that's a lazy. That's just a.
It's not lazy. We've been saying it all night. Brooklyn has to trade up with all these picks. Ace Bailey went to 5. It makes sense. And then they draft a guy from BYU. What are you talking about? It makes perfect sense. I didn't tell them to draft this dude. I was already thinking that they were gonna flip draft picks.
I like this dude.
It's fine for them. It worked.
Yo, low key, this guy would cook for your team as a backup to LaMelo, by the way.
Well, then you talk. Okay, then you get the more of this role player stuff at 4. Like, what were we doing? Jose, so
Konka Nipple is a casual. Yo, you guys gotta chill. You gotta chill. He's a rookie. Shooters, you need the NBA. If you want to win in today's NBA, you have to be able to shoot the ball. You have to.
Well,
I think that's why, and maybe mismanagement of Karl Anthony Towns, why the Knicks did not win in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well, no, y'all got ran out the building because your bench wasn't deep enough, and Tibbs didn't cook
shooters.
Like
we need shooters.
Well, no, you couldn't keep up, right? And that's what, like, OKC wasn't some crazy shooting team. They won on defense because everyone was bought in and played team defense and put a lot of pressure on Indiana's half court. So
I think Indiana
got there because of pace and shooting. Yes, but OKC did what they did all year long.
Pressure
on defense and pressure. And they were competent as a shooting team. And so, which for Charlotte and these squads, like
the shooting
if we're just trying to do the copycat thing,
get you so far.
Yeah, it just helped when things slow down. You have to have guys you can kick it out to, and so Concanipple checks that box. He can put the ball on the floor a little bit. He's not. I'm not saying he's going to be bringing the ball up all the time, but he brings a dimension that the Hornets have not had in the last 5 years as a real viable specialist, as a shooter and scorer out there. It hasn't happened. Now we got it. That box is checked.
So you were saying this before we started streaming, unless we said this earlier. Derek Queen, you wouldn't want him?
No, it wouldn't work. This roster would be a terrible fit in Charlotte. You need a real big body center next to him, a real big body forward or center, and I think he's gonna get outmatched. Like,
dude, I'm a fan. I think he's gonna be a good.
Sure, like if you put him next to like a Valanciunas or something like that, you need a big body next to him. And Charlotte, I don't trust Mark Williams to be that guy, to be that matchup or that complementary piece. Excuse me, to Derek Queen, because I think he's just gonna get outmanned. And
Toronto, I think they could go anywhere here.
Toronto's a weird ass team. They're a very weird team.
I think I'm gonna guess Newell from Georgia here, or Malawach could be a good pick here. My guy RJ Barrett, the Maple Mamba.
And Brandon Ingram chilling out there.
I do not rate whatsoever. You do for some reason. I do not rate Brandon Ingram. My guy RJ Barrett. Big fan.
I'm trying to think of the weirdest thing they could do because they have such a weird team.
The weirdest thing they could do?
Yeah, the Illinois kid. Yakachonis?
Yeah, maybe? That would be pretty weird.
That would probably be the weirdest thing I think they could do. It's a W for me. It's a W.
I think Malawach is the pick here.
Knipple, lowercase W. That's where I'm at with it. We'll see how the rest of this night goes, though. Charlotte picks at 33 and 34. I think I'd be surprised if they use both those picks tomorrow, which is so ass, by the way. It's like at 8:00 tomorrow. I feel like it was in the middle of the day last year. The second round. Tomorrow? The second round. This is just night one. Night one is round one. Tonight's round one, and tomorrow's round two.
Wait, they're splitting the.
They did it last year.
They did. I think,
yeah, last year was during the day. I swear, because I remember the whole watching for Bronny. It was during the day.
Oh, you're right.
So you're right. So I would love this, but it's not up to us. So like the lottery system is so clapped that who knows? But I think the Hornets, no matter who they selected tonight, are gonna be in the lottery again next season or next year. And I think that's the reality of the situation.
You got a bunch of people in the chat asking your thoughts on the pick.
I've been good, bro.
You should reiterate your thoughts on Knipple.
Headline: small W, lowercase W. This guy Knipple can start right away for Charlotte for a long time. He's a young player. He's not like Connect, who was like 25. Knipple is a smart, skilled shooter who has been the guy and has been the role player. He's going to be a role player here, and he's going to be really good at it. And it's something that's been sorely needed. At 4, they were never going to find a perfect prospect, a guy that checks all the boxes. All you could do was get security, and they made a sensible selection with the 4th pick. Ace Bailey would have been way more exciting. Trey Johnson is a more exciting prospect than Knipple. But with Edgecombe gone, I think, and with all the Duke connections his front office has, it's the only thing that makes sense. And it's fine. It's perfectly fine. And
yeah, it's fine.
Again, we're gonna do this again next year. So Hornets gonna be somewhere in this range next season. And so whatever you don't like about this draft selection this high up, they'll have a chance to address the other side of it next year with a maybe more dynamic player, maybe a center, power forward, whatever. New point guard if LaMelo decides to move on, whatever. Like there's gonna be options in the future. There's not a 1 year we need to do everything we can to get into the playoffs type of thing. It's still, even with Knipple, even though he's very much ready made and NBA ready, he's still a young player that's going to take time to develop. Like there's a long play still, even with him. So it's perfectly fine.
Raptors pick is in. 9th overall pick. They went weird. Well, no, I guess that's BPA. Colin Murray Boyles,
Fair.
South Carolina.
Well, everybody's going to be a role player at this point. We don't know what these guys are going to end up being, right? So yes, Ace Bailey has.
You could say that about any. You could say
a
that
high
about
upside,
draft
but
ever,
they're all.
you know?
Everybody's going to come in as a role player no matter what, and everyone deserves that equal amount of grace still of elevating beyond that role player label. And so from day one, the best you can do is be a role player. Also, I didn't clock who this guy's girlfriend is. W Mans.
I was just about to say his girlfriend got some shine.
I hope she has a passport.
They love making stars of the girlfriend.
Well, she's a bigger star than he is. She won a natty. You know what I mean? So.
Oh, right. I forgot how good that basketball team is. Yeah.
What's it called? I hope she has a passport and can pay him some visits. But yeah, okay. Why again the lottery next season? Because the Hornets roster is really dry.
Bad.
It's dry.
It's bad. It's really
bad. Where Indiana and OKC and like the high end teams who like really built
kid wearing
the draft.
The purple gradient suit. Sorry for interrupting you.
I'm taking, if he's on my board, I'm taking him off my board. If I see that suit. I ain't playing around with these guys. It reflects poor on his decision making.
I think it's fire. Whatever.
So the best teams built through the draft. Obviously, that's what Charlotte needs to do as a smaller market squad, right? Obvious stuff. But the situation they find themselves in today is players on their rookie deals right now. It's pretty bad. So you're talking the 21 draft. They took 2 guys. None of those guys are on the team anymore. Trey Mann was in that draft class. They traded for him later. It's a bit weird. We'll see what happens if he comes back or not. Okay, there's that. 22 draft is Mark Williams. They traded him. Not great. So that's back-to-back drafts. Pretty empty results from him, okay? 23 draft, Brandon Miller, calm. 24 draft, Tajon Salon. Oh, and also Nick Smith Jr. was also in 23. Big question mark with him. So there's not a lot of security in the selections that they've had the last 4 years. So you have to start rebuilding that and getting some easy wins. So in the draft, and Knipple fits it.
It's like none of those guys that you just named really have any trade value.
Well, Brandon Miller. So like Brandon Miller is the star by far. Yeah,
you can't trade him. Yeah.
Nick Smith Jr. is no one's gonna trade for him. Like he's in a prove it year next season. We'll figure out what kind of player he even is. I like him, but he's super streaky, and he just has to figure that stuff out on his end. But it's real dry. So you need to nail the draft picks because your cap is kind of tapped out. They're not hard capped per se, but they do have cap flexibility with contracts they could trade, but they don't have cap space. And they're a bad team now. So you're a bad team, and you whiffed on 3 out of 5-year drafts. They're
not great.
It's not great, right? And then you can't go out and really sign a bunch of dudes. So you're kind of stuck. So yeah, that's why, man. And unless LaMelo takes a crazy leap, which he's capable of doing if he plays a full season, he's that good to lift things up. But is that a realistic expectation? I don't know. Like Brandon Miller playing a full season, need to see it. And coming off the wrist injuries, make sure he's still straight. Like those two guys clicking at the same time, because the best players on the team, LaMelo, Miles, and Brandon, those guys have not played a lot of basketball together. And when they have, those 3 haven't started. They haven't clicked at the same time. Like the best Miles Bridges we saw this season was after Brandon Miller got hurt. And so like, cool, but you got to do that when he's still around. Because if you can't just put up numbers when Miller's not there, because we need both y'all to play well. And so Yes. So if everybody stays healthy, there's always a chance. But like, man, the roster depth isn't there,
There's
man.
no
And
depth. Yeah,
there's
there's
no real
no depth.
flexibility with it. And you're looking at like a bench. I don't want to get into it. I don't get.
They just
I'm
popped
gonna
up.
leave
They
it
just
there.
popped up the graphic, Sam, because this pick here at 10 for Houston is going to the Suns, and one of the key departures from the Suns there is Tyus Jones. I think he'd be a great backup to LaMelo Ball. It's another one.
Like, yeah. I
right?
agree. He was on the Wizards for some reason. And no one came and rescued him. Well, 2 seasons ago was that when he got
I think
dumped
this
over
pick,
there?
by the way, I think it should be Malawach because it's going to the Suns, right? We gotta ultimately. I mean, literally, that team just needs help anywhere. Ayton is gone. Their front court is trash. I think it's Malawach. Or again, I like Derek Queen here, but you know,
Wait, you saying Malawach for Houston? Is that what you said?
it's going to the Suns, dude.
Oh, okay. They got my guy Nick Richards over there. I don't need us. I mean, that's straight. And Mason Plumlee. They're straight up.
Dude.
They're fine in the West.
No,
they're fine in the West, dog. Allow it.
Okay, sure. It's really tragic, dude, because like the Suns, like that jersey scheme is fire too. By the way, their retro jerseys are sick as well. They had that weird period where Shaq was there with those jerseys were pretty ugly.
But
like,
dude,
era, we gotta get Devin Booker some freaking help here. Because like Bradley Beal, he ain't leaving. That contract is crazy. Good for him and good for his agent. Get paid. But Booker is excellent. And unless you're going to trade him, which it seems like they are just not going to do.
And he doesn't want to leave, apparently. Because he could have pushed. He could have
Why?
done this a long time
Why
ago.
would you? Why would you? You're close to Los Angeles. You're the guy.
He's the guy, yeah. Great place to live. Yeah, Phoenix.
Yeah, I mean, like
popping city.
It's great, you know?
Or growing city. I don't know if it's popping, but a growing city.
Sure.
I mean, you
definitely afford the air conditioning bill to live there.
You'd want to leave to actually win something.
Inter Miami winning the Club World Cup. I'm going to that game. Well, I mean, I'm going to be driving around for that game tomorrow here locally. It's Manchester City and Juventus. I was trying to go, and then we were trying to get you to come down here. I forgot. You're doing something, right?
Yeah.
There was a conflict.
Yeah. Is that game in the middle of the day?
3:00.
Oh my god, bro!
It's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot.
Bayern and
Charlotte was like 97 degrees, right?
Dog, it's insane. I can't believe they did. I can believe they did that.
World Cup's here next summer,
bro. I saw Inter Milan, and
this is the weather guy here talking. This is a pretty extreme heat dome. Like this isn't going to happen all the time, but it is the summer. It's certainly possible. Pick us in. What do you think, Sam?
Malawach, probably.
Me too. I think so too. There it is.
Okay. Malawach.
I rate it. This is great. This is a great pick for the Suns.
Mm-hmm.
Whoever he just dapped up, killer handshake.
The what's it called? Whoa, Mark Williams. Wait, they just
what?
Mark Williams is getting traded to the Suns.
What?
What the fuck? Hold on. Shams, Mark Williams going to the Suns for the 29th pick tonight and a 2029 first round pick. That's a W move, by the way.
I rate it.
Having a future Suns pick is hot. Why would they draft?
Because they need depth too, dude.
Brother, time out. They just drafted a center and they traded for Mark Williams at the same time.
Dog, they have no depth, dude. That's a team that like needs guys that could be around for that second contract.
No, I wasn't. I'm fine with the individual aspects of the move. I'm fine with, but like that sucks. That sucks. But getting 2 ones for Mark,
such a hater, dude.
I'm not. They just traded for Nick Richards. They have Mason Plumlee. They just drafted Malawach.
Plumlee's gone.
Well, whatever. They have Malawach, and they just traded for Mark Williams. You don't need that many centers. And we just did this.
I'm looking at their roster.
Wait. We just did this in Charlotte with Mark Williams and Nick Richards. It doesn't work. We just
So Bol free agent. Mason Plumlee free agent. Oso Iguodaro, don't know who that is. He's still there. And Nick Richards.
Again,
those are the only big men on their team. Those are the only guys above 6'8".
Brother, but I'm saying we just did the Mark Williams, Nick Richards thing in Charlotte, and it wasn't great. And now they're running it back in Phoenix. That's crazy. And they just drafted a center. That's a lot. That's a lot.
This guy is a different player to those two.
They're not. No, they're not, because they're only one of those guys. You can't play any of those guys on the floor at the same time.
Okay,
so like you can only play one.
Talking about the Suns for the Hornets. The 2029 first rounder from the Suns, that's a big W in my opinion. 29. So who you target at 29? Like who? Because I think Clayton is gonna. Allegedly, he's not making it past 20. So like,
yeah, Clayton's gonna be long gone by then. Clayton's gonna be long gone by then.
So who's in the range?
So I'm just gonna say I don't want to get into it right now, because the Hornets now have 4 picks in this draft. They just did one of them. They just got another one. So with 29, 33, and 34, maybe you package them for Clayton, like somewhere in the mid-teens.
That'd be fire.
That's what it feels like a lot to bring in at this stage, Knipple and 3 other rookies.
I'm looking at a mock draft here, and they had that
getting that 29
who I
first
rate
overall pick.
19.
That shit
That's
better.
A W.
Hold on.
W.
Please, does anyone know if there are any protections on that 29 pick? Oh, it's a swap. And it's top 5 protected. Okay, that's less exciting, but still, it works. We work with that. Mark Williams, wish you the best, dog. See ya. Hey, and take backs.
You were just burying. You were burying that dude.
No take backs. Not again. Not again. Not again. And this also proves that Lakers shit was bullshit, because Hornets cleared them. Lakers clearly are definitely guilty of having cold feet and rescinding that trade unprecedentedly after the trade deadline. Just complete scumbaggery from them. Trash organization. And Phoenix trading for Williams, still lock up the Lakers. Lock them up.
So, like, you clearly would be targeting somebody that could slip, right? Like Jace Richardson. Think that'd be kind of fire, low key. Jason Richardson's son.
Yeah, I just don't know how far they can go, but they can go pretty far.
Drake Powell from North Carolina.
They definitely need a center now.
I agree with you, though. I think
Nurk
the
and
move
Diabate
now
ain't it.
is to move up again. I agree with you.
Yeah, so
you don't need 33 and 34.
Malawak did have visa issues. I know that at some point. But yeah, Mark Williams. Well, wrong.
Hey, by the way, shout out to the Knicks.
Make sure you like
forfeiting their pick. By the way,
I appreciate it, dog. We're here through the good times and the bad times. Unfortunately, it's more bad than good. But it'll be good at some point. We'll get there. We'll get
now
there.
You sound like me rooting for this team.
We'll get there at some point.
Now you sound like, but this team did win 20-something years ago.
Yeah, when George Bush was in office. What are you talking about? I want to hear
Shout
it.
out.
Hornets have never been out the first round. What? Anyway, hopefully this Mark Williams thing goes through, though, for real. Anyway.
Hopefully it doesn't. Dude, that would be so jokes if, again, the trade fell apart.
Wait, hold on. I'm wondering how that works, though, on the Sun side. Has anyone seen anything about a player coming back just from a money point of view? Does Phoenix have space to just eat the contract, or is someone coming back the other way?
Okay, I got details on it. The 2029 first rounder is the least favorable of Cleveland, Utah, and Minnesota. Yeah, so it's protected 1 through 5. Strom says size was a problem for the Suns, and they addressed it in a big way. Yeah, you get 2 first rounders, dude. It's fire. You're crazy.
No, Malawak is the addressing the size. Mark Williams plays way smaller than he is. Hold that.
Ooh, I rate Sham's choice of tie and then the blue pop on where the button goes.
Shams is a TV guy, man. God bless Woj, but he was not a TV man. One's gonna trade the second. Yeah,
I agree with you, dude.
We're being active.
You guys can
being active.
Get out of this draft, picking Knipple and Walter Clayton. I know we're dreaming here, right? Cooking, I think, at that point.
I agree, dog. I agree. So Thanos, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I feel like they're gonna trade up. Wait. So
they're announcing the
okay.
Malwatch is getting traded.
And then the Grizzlies.
All right, Portland's 11.
Picking for Memphis, right?
Oh, right. I can't pick a dude with the name Coward. Can't do that. That's tough. The chain is fire, though.
Older player, ready to go. Makes sense for Memphis.
She just said the lady just said they picked Colin Cowherd. I'm not making that up. Did you just hear that?
I didn't hear that, but that's jokes.
I swear
I
to God.
I believe you.
Tell me in the chat if you guys just heard that.
I believe in Musa too, by the way.
I gotta rewind.
He's just undersized. He's undersized.
I have to. Hang on.
I like Diabate, but he's a backup center. And then Nurkic is the other center, which is also problematic. This is all right, though. This is looking all right. Looking all right. These boys are doing stuff.
Listen again.
Boys are doing stuff.
Okay, she said Colin Cowherd. So she didn't say Cowherd. Close.
Oh.
But she screwed his first name up. How do you mess that up? Like, look at the lower third. Ugh, so bad.
So
bad. Just let Kendrick Perkins do the whole thing. Him and Jay Billis. What are we doing?
So
why is Stephen A. Smith not here? How much money?
You know dick about shit. The second round picks thing. It's because in this new apron era, second round picks have so much more value now.
Yep.
So yes, it does sound kind of whack, but like, and I'm not saying you're saying it's whack. You're just kind of throwing that question out there. But in general, yeah, second rounders have way more value than they ever had because you have an opportunity to add potentially like an older player that is more NBA ready that you can bring along and carry on a two-way potentially because they add another two-way slot. So it's 3 of them now. It just adds more flexibility if you have second rounders to play with. And let's not forget, KD was traded for a bunch of second round picks and some other stuff too. So like those second rounders add up if you have enough of them.
So someone here just said, I'm not convinced Jeff Peterson knows what the hell is going on. Who's playing center for us? So I'm looking at the free agents here. Steven Adams, Bismack Biyombo, bring him back. Bull, if you want to get real stupid. Clint Capella.
The answer is Nurkic and Diabate right now. The guys we saw last season. Like those guys are on the roster.
Nye Jones is a free agent.
Those guys are on the roster. That's the projected starting 5. And again, that is not a play-in caliber
Naz Reid
rotation.
Would you take Naz Reid?
We don't have yes. I love Naz Reid, but no, he won't. You can't get him. You know how much money he's gonna be so expensive. And the Hornets don't have any cap space because it's gonna like maybe a sign and trade. That would be
Mason
the only
Plumlee,
way.
Bring him back.
Run it back.
Alex Len, DeAndre Jordan. That'd be a rip. Sign a 36-year-old DeAndre Jordan.
Well,
Al Horford's 39. He's out here.
Well, Horford's gonna be too expensive. He's gonna be too expensive.
Dude, that's crazy. That guy was playing before I went to college, dog. Like,
yeah. Salute though.
Shout out to him.
What's it called?
They got to get a center at 29. Dude, they got to trade up, go get Walter Clayton Jr.
Also, don't
and I know that's crazy considering he wouldn't be a starter, right?
But don't the Suns have the rights to James Nagy, that shitty dude who couldn't play for Barcelona? I swear, who has his rights right now?
Who?
Oh, you guys have the rights to him, I think. The Knicks do. Yeah, he was in the Cat deal. Oh, that's right.
What's his name?
James Nagy.
How do you spell his last name?
Nnaji. He was taken with the 31st overall pick in the 23 draft.
Oh, I remember him.
Was a stash. and he played in the summer league, and his hands were tragic. Like he looked like he never touched a basketball in his life, in my opinion. With all due respect, Mr. Najee, it was very concerning. And then you saw that you would look at his his minutes for Barcelona, and like he wasn't really dominating over there, so it wasn't really promising. He hasn't touched the NBA floor yet. I thought he was involved in like I thought the Suns had him, but he's
20 years old, dude. He's gonna turn 21 here in August. Future 21? Legend for the Knicks, dude.
Go get Bobo.
So the Bulls pick is in. Allegedly, they're trying to trade Patrick Williams, who I think is ass.
It's gonna don't do that. He's a local guy.
To Charlotte?
It's gonna be bad no matter what. I'm sorry.
To Charlotte, Patrick Williams?
Yeah.
Would you take him on your team?
Yes. This team sucks, man.
You're crazy.
Patrick Williams.
He
play for Charlotte, dude. For sure. He's next year Mall of the NBA. Lamasia.
Dude, Lamine Yamal's 17, bro. That's it. It's crazy how good he is at his age. I've seen so many of those TikToks where it's like guys that are like cooking like turkey legs, and they like pick up the turkey leg and just shake it once, and all the meat falls off clean. That's the concern for Lamine Yamal, considering how much he's playing. I mean, look at Marcus Rashford, man. That guy really started to break down. But like,
my guy,
what are you going to put him on the bench? What are you going to do?
Yeah.
They're going to get Nico Williams. Meanwhile, Rafinha's over here like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, why do we need this guy? I was like a Ballon d'Or contender too. Crazy.
Strength on strength. Barca's back, man.
Yep, dude. Got to get that depth, bro. Did you see that they tweeted a picture of Hansi Flick, and it said "Mein Führer"? They deleted that.
Jesus.
Bad idea.
Shouts to Kanye. Bulls on the clock. We're on the 12th pick right now. We got a commercial right now. Right. Shouts to the Bulls though. Like they really got What do you mean? What are you making that face for? They're like a real team now.
They suck too. What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? With Josh Giddey, the Sunu, like they got their act together.
Do they? Do they?
Yes, man. They're on a real path. They're
You're crazy, dude.
This is the best the Bulls have been, like from a trajectory point in a long time. Where'd
they finish, dude? Hang on. They're 39 and 43. Get the hell out of here.
Yes, that's
no way.
What where are you? How are you misinterpreting what I'm saying? I'm saying they're on the best path they've been on a long time. Like, what do you mean? I'm not saying they're
to mediocrity.
Yeah, listen,
mediocrity
with their young guys. Yeah, they have a real path now.
Nah,
Josh Giddey helped that team out a ton.
Nah.
Yeah. What do you mean? What do you mean? They're in the play-in.
I like Buzelis.
They're prime. They're prime to do something. In this weekend Eastern Conference, they can do something next season.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but like I like Kobe White.
Oh, it's got the second to last pick.
I think Patrick Williams is so tragic, dude.
Yeah. The penultimate pick in the first round. We're on pick 12, Chicago Bulls.
Here we go. Let's not forget that like the Pelicans, Thunder, and Nets do a madness in this draft. You know what I mean?
They got the French boy. Okay. Excuse me.
The French kid, Essengay.
Wait, Atlanta Hawks are trading the 13th pick?
Yo.
Who's on the clock right now? What's happening?
13 would be Atlanta. The Bulls just picked Essengay. Oh, yeah. The Atlanta Hawks are trading the number 13 in the draft to the New Orleans Pelicans for the 23rd pick and an unprotected 2026 first rounder. Most favorable of New Orleans and Milwaukee. Oh, well, that's going to be New Orleans. Let's keep it a buck here.
I mean, unless Giannis leaves.
So one of the top replies. Please, Pelinka, negotiate with Pelicans. I beg you.
Yeah, Total Master.
Woj would have never deleted. Oh, it's so funny.
I think the Hornets are prime.
Please slow down. You're way ahead of Stream East.
Yeah, I think the Hornets are prime to make another deal for sure.
We're entering the part of the draft now where like there's so many teams with so many picks that like you gotta move, right?
Yeah, so Atlanta's picking for New Orleans, was it?
New Orleans, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What should we
Clayton?
do now?
Clayton?
I
Is this Clayton?
I said we got to get into like the high teens at worst and call it a day. You don't like Con, man? You're not a fan of the Con man?
They can't
It-
call him that. They can't
he-
call him that. They
He'll
are.
be all right, man. Con Knipple is gonna be. It's kind of like you want to. His name's kind of tragic when you think about it. So you gotta do with what you gotta do with what you can do.
What we also have to do is get Con Knipple at press conferences with LaMelo Ball, so LaMelo Ball can see how an adult talks, because he's terrible. He's so bad. He says the stupidest bullshit.
Well, that's what you see, because that goes viral. When he does speak, it is pretty normal, but it's really short, and there's not a lot. There's not a lot of value what he says. He doesn't give up a lot when he does press conferences, and so they are really dry, and it's a bummer when you want your franchise player.
Use the acquired picks for Zion.
So 29. But it'd be Bridges and Nurkic.
Knipple.
How much? I'm trying to think of the cap number to make it work. You can get there. Charlotte they don't have cap space, but they have very tradable contracts.
So here for Zion Williamson, LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller. I'm so here for that. They will never play together.
Yeah, you'll never see. It'll be great on 2K.
Yeah, but that'd be so fun.
Them boys will never play at the same time. It'll be so brutal. On paper, yeah, it'll be fun, but it is not a fit. That's not a good fit.
Who's playing center for y'all? Kendrick Perkins.
We're going to get a firm dose of Yosef, Nurkic, and Moussa Diabate.
I like Nurkic.
I'm glad.
How about y'all? I think he's solid. Better than Mark Williams. What is going on here?
I know we want to move slow, but we need a splash. I completely understand this point of view, but the front office has been hammering the patience and being opportunistic with this thing because you don't want to overshoot and make the playoffs great for 1 year and then you bottom out again. We want a steady, sustainable growth. You want steady, sustainable growth. You can't microwave it. Charlotte can't. Other franchises can, but like Charlotte,
can they? I don't think that works. Look at Phoenix.
Well, they're not. They did not do it well. They did not do it well.
No, they did not do it well.
They did not do that well. The Lakers can microwave it. The Miami Heat can microwave it.
I think the Heat are in deep shit, dude.
Well, now, they are right now, but they won't be forever. And Charlotte has a first-round pick, a future, I think 27 or 28 from them. Yeah, I was wondering about this. I've been wondering, is it going to be Cody Martin coming back?
By the way, in your stream with Balta yesterday, you at one point said prime Cody Martin. That was crazy. Just to even hear.
There was a point where Cody Martin was like a real guy, and then his legs stopped working for 2 years.
Okay.
The best version of him.
Dude, when you talk about the Hornet, like the good parts of the Hornets, it sounds like when I would be like, oh yeah, David Lee, he's an elite 2-way guy.
It was great for Golden State.
He was great for New York.
Yeah.
But
I'm just talking about the best version of him, Nothing crazy.
But all I'm saying is like you guys will hopefully get there one day. I'll say it feels really nice to like see your team that's been tragically awful with a terrible owner my whole life, all of a sudden magically gets super great. And like to your point about consistency, we're at the point now where we're like hedging our future for the guys we have now. And like I like the team we have now. I'm cool with trading 4 first-rounders for Bridges.
Yeah,
like
it works when you're close.
Doing right. Well, and Derek Brunson took less money to keep the squad together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for it, dude. So for as long as it lasts, we'll see. But I do like the, getting younger guys in, like the excitement of the draft and whatnot. But like we're at the point now where if we don't win an NBA championship within the next 2 to 3 years, that
the window
it
shut.
would be a failure. It'd be a failure.
Yeah.
And it could get bad because all those guys are going to get pretty old.
Oh, wait. So hold on. Atlanta's picking for Pelicans right now.
Yep.
There goes Derek Queen going to New Orleans.
Am I behind? Oh, I am.
So
I am.
I
love this pick.
Wait, hold on a second. So I think Khan will start and Josh Green goes to his much better role as a sixth man. Josh Green is not a starting NBA level guy. He is a liability out there on offense, and Knipple can start over him. And you put Josh Green back to where he belongs, coming off the bench like he did in Dallas, because that was the best version of him. So that's my vision for it, at least. Yeah,
the spacing that he's gonna give to allow Brandon Miller to like slice inside and throw down is gonna be worth it. If let's say the shooting just does not work out, at a bare minimum, he should command space better than a lot of guys on your team. I love this pick. I'm a Derek Queen guy.
It's I think this is a good fit because they have a real center. Let me see. Zion is whatever. But that's a good fit for them.
Shout out to this kid too, like being a kid from like Baltimore that like stayed home because he wanted to elevate the program. I don't
know. They Under Armour be throwing around some money. I don't think it's like,
oh well, of course,
the goodness of his heart. But you know what I'm saying? Like I think he got a Carter bag from Kevin Plank, whatever his name is.
I rate it. I think he's great.
Yep. Soft and defensive liability, yes, sir.
Great is a harsh word. I think that I think he'll be all right.
Panthers are gonna make the playoffs this year, so we can wait on the Hornets. Hey,
yo,
ready right now?
Your boy Tedero McMillan.
I'm ready right now. No, fuck him. I'm all Jimmy Horn Jr. dog. Let's go. Ready right now. I don't know how you're keeping it cool right now.
What are you doing?
I like Khan. I like Khan. I'm here for Khan.
Bryce Young is still your quarterback, dog.
Bryce is cool, bro. Bryce is feeling himself now. Like Bryce is different.
Have traded him, dude. This is the peak value you were gonna get for him.
No. Oh shit. Sorry. And you know what, Raucus? I just saw this. No,
hang on.
No. Please, nah. No. Vasa Micic is coming back. Are you joking, man? Oh my God. I want to cry right now. Okay. I believe his contract is non-guaranteed.
Oh yeah, there it is. Yeah. Vasa Micic.
I gotta look up his contract, right? His shit is non-guaranteed, right? There's a club yeah, it's a team option. All right. There's hope, y'all. There's hope. It's an $8 million number you can just delete. That ruined my night. This ruined, like, I'm kind of like welling up right now. I'm getting emotional, man. That's awful.
Dude, this post in the chat got hidden. I'm gonna show it. Vasa is straight ass.
Ass is good though. Like ass has value.
Oh my God.
That's it. Yeah, Vasa needs to pass it, man. I fully expect him to get for his option to not get picked up. Because that guy,
right?
What's say again? Mike, repeat yourself.
What?
I didn't hear what you said.
No, Vasa is straight ass. I thought it was funny.
Oh yeah, okay. What did Mark Williams tweet? He just tweeted something. Or he just tweeted a sun emoji. What a bitch.
But
get out of here.
Shout out.
Get out of here, bro.
Dude, Sam is just ready to bury this dude. Get him out of here.
Legit. Vasa and Mark Williams were among the most frustrating guys to watch last year.
The pick is in for San Antonio. I know I keep trying to like speak this into existence. Walter Clayton Jr. here is the backup to Harper.
Harper.
Here we go. Dude, they're rushing to the podium. 14th overall pick, San Antonio Spurs. Carter Bryant, Arizona.
Big body.
Not wearing a shirt under a suit jacket. Kind of hard.
I'll be honest with you. It looks like he's wearing makeup. I can't lie.
He probably is.
Game's a game. Game's a game.
Bro, Devin Booker going to be taking 50 shots a night on that team. Probably. I mean, well, Brad Beal is still there. And like, let's not disrespect the great Brad Beal, right? But Booker is the alpha dog on that team, right?
Oh, for sure.
Dude, I remember when we were in Kentucky, Sam, and I saw that blue and white platoon. That was the year that they lost to Wisconsin. Like, that Kentucky team was crazy. Karl-Anthony Towns, the whole nine. That shitty Harrison twins. But dude, Devin Booker was on the second platoon and would come in and was like a good shooter. But like, then when he declared for the draft, I'm like, okay, that's kind of like, okay, whatever. And then he got picked like pretty high in the first round. And like right away was a better pro than he was a college guy. And I was like, not stopped, man. He's excellent.
So
Loki, I wanted the Knicks to trade for him before we got Karl-Anthony Towns.
So
I thought he could have had a fit in the
what
Magic
Mike's talking
too.
about is we both worked in news in Lexington, Kentucky, and I worked on news. I didn't do sports stuff, but in Lexington, when Kentucky basketball is popping, it is news.
Yeah, of course.
So I got to do some here and there Kentucky basketball things. One thing that I did that I'll never forget, because I've never experienced anything like it, was I was there as the Kentucky basketball team flew back home from the tournament. And I was among
after losing to Sam Becker and Frank Kaminsky, your boy.
Yeah. So all of the Kentucky fans were at the airport looking through a chain link fence, watching the Kentucky plane land. And
for context for everybody, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Sam. That Kentucky team was undefeated.
Who cares? No, I don't know. I don't think it was. It might not have been that year though, because I was there for 2 years. 1 year they were really bad, and the other year they were really good. And so it may not. I'm not sure what year.
But Kaminsky, that was Final Four. That was
stop. It doesn't matter what the record was. The point is, they're leaving. They're getting off the plane, and everybody got like a real like loving response, applause, cheers, just love and love. Devin Booker steps off the plane, and the decibel level tripled.
This is Wisconsin then. He only stayed for 1 year. He was a freshman.
Whatever. I don't care what the record was. But the point is, Devin Booker got the craziest reaction I've ever heard on anything for any one person. I couldn't believe the reaction he got. I was like, what is going on? What type of aura does
ladies love Devin Booker, dude? They were licking his car
man, it was different. It was different. He's built different. I respect it. So from that point on, I was like, this guy got something. He has aura for sure.
And allegedly, he's doing very well for himself, if you can read between the lines there. So congratulations to Devin Booker, Phoenix Sun for life, probably. He would have been sick here in the Magic, but I like Desmond Bane. I think that's a great pickup.
It's not fair. They're gonna wait. Oh God.
Is that for real? Is that for real?
Nah, bro. Nah. No.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. It's right. Is $8.1 million team option will be exercised by Phoenix. So
I guess they had to do it to make the trade work, right?
You excited for that, Sam?
I guess that does make sense. No, well, so wait. So, but I think the thing is that money isn't fully guaranteed. I think maybe that's what it is. I'm just trying to
make it not happen.
I could have sworn maybe I'm mixing his contract up with Cody Martin.
Sorry, I'm reacting to other news. Denis Villeneuve, director of Dune and Arrival and Blade Runner 2049, was just announced that he is going to direct the next James Bond movie. So I am here for that. Sorry, that's so random.
No, I'm trying to.
We gotta cast Idris Elba as the next James Bond. What are we doing?
I couldn't tell you last James Bond movie I've seen.
Yeah, because like you got a real director now. I think Dune Part 2 is like one of the greatest movies I've ever seen. So whatever. I like sci-fi.
Yeah, Willie. Yeah, you know what? Micic round 2. Who knows? He could be a changed man. He could be a changed man. Oh man.
Yeah, your team is tragic, dude.
It's already fine. The Hornets were bad going into tonight. All they need to do is be a little bit better after tonight.
All right, so the Thunder's pick is in.
I'm getting that.
Do we think that this is like a Topic situation, who, by the way, just won an NBA championship, never having played in the NBA? Or is it a guy that could be a facilitator for them now?
Well, they don't
like Storber from Georgetown could be pretty interesting here.
Trying to think of
the kid from Illinois. I think one of the French guys is in play here.
Yeah. I'm just thinking I'm trying to wrap my head around
Nolan Traore.
Their cap. There's no one that is there a real positional thing where they have to move on from somebody?
The only person, by the way, that they could realistically trade would be Cason Wallace.
That'd be insane if they traded him.
Why?
Because he's fucking awesome.
Okay.
What do you mean? Why would they trade him? Like, what's the trade?
SGA, not going anywhere. Holmgren, not going anywhere. Jalen Williams, not going anywhere. Dort, I don't think gets traded. So I'm thinking someone's got to go. Someone has to go.
Well, I don't know. Do we know? I don't think that has to happen now, though. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if they're up against it right now or they can wait a year. That's what I'm wondering.
Rocket said, "What are the odds Vasa just goes AWOL back to the EU?" Sam's rooting for that.
I would love it, man. Send him on loan, dog. Send him on loan to Galatasaray.
See you later.
Does Saudi Arabia have a basketball league? We can send him over there. Send him over there, man. But we've been cooked at center, high key. So it's calm. We got 2 first-round picks out of it. And Vasa Micic, we up. I think so. I think I'll be genuinely with either the 29th pick plus one, if not both of those second rounders. I'll be shocked if they don't move up to the high teens or low 20s. I'll be shocked.
Dude, what do you point your ring? You don't play for the team, dude.
Relax. Bro, man, it's a fake ass ring, bro. Come on.
I know. Number 15, Oklahoma City. Called it. Sorber from Georgetown. Dude, they are the Monstars for real. The circus is in town when you play Oklahoma City. They're all just crazy athletic and gigantic human beings. Pause. This is another one.
Yeah.
It's not fair. The jacket is fire too, by the way.
That's good. That's a good look. It's a good look. That's a good look. That's a good look.
This kid is compared to Vin Baker, shout out, Knicks legend, and Roy Hibbert, which I think is lazy considering that's another Georgetown guy.
Is he okay?
Shout out to like
he's 6'9".
idiots on social media that share a Liberian flag when they're meaning to share the United States flag. That always cracks me up, dude.
Shout out to George Weah.
Shout out to George Weah, the only African player to ever win the Ballon d'Or. It should be Mo Salah this year, but they're
Rockets. Don't play with my heart, man. Don't play with me.
I'm going to give it to Ousmane Dembele, which I think is a good shout.
Don't play with me right now. Don't play with me right now.
What?
Don't play with me with that, all right? The Fenerbahce thing, bro. Don't play with me, man. Please, bro. Please.
Sam, I haven't even talked to you about this. Who do you think is going to win the Ballon d'Or?
We're in. Well, there's no internet.
Dembele, right? Got to be Dembele. Low key. Give it to Doué. Who cares? Just give it to Desiree Doué.
I don't even who won the Nations League. It wasn't France.
It was Portugal.
Was it Portugal? Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no one there.
Well, like, Vitinha.
Maybe.
Vitinha just won League On.
Yeah,
just won the Champions League.
That's one thing. They wait.
The
they give so much juice to the clubs, to the
no.
country stuff.
There's no way they are giving the Ballon d'Or to a DM 2 years in a row. It's
why the hell not, bro? Why the hell not? It doesn't. They don't.
Wolverhampton Wanderers over here, like, we had this guy on our team. He wasn't good enough to play here. It's crazy. I think they're going to give it to Dembele. I mean, I think you have to.
I got my.
Let me
got my signed Rodri boot right here.
Yo, that's fire.
Yeah, man.
The GOAT.
I bought it. I bought it when the odds for him winning the Ballon d'Or shot up, and when like all the Real Madrid players bitched out and wouldn't go to the thing, it's like he's definitely winning this. Let me buy something he signed just in case.
So Ousmane Dembele, 21 goals, 6 assists. Right? I think it should be Salah for absolutely torching the best league in the world.
Yeah, he could.
They didn't do anything else, which is stupid. I think they'll value the other things more, but like Salah was the most unplayable person in the world this season. It was crazy. Or just give it to Doué. What are we doing? Doué looked fucking phenomenal in that Champions League final.
Yeah.
And shout out to Nuno Mendes, too. That kid is ridiculous. The left back. City, y'all should just go get that dude. But he'll cost a lot.
We got a left back now.
Oh, that's right. At 8 Nuri. That's right.
Yeah, man. First,
first that means Guardiola can actually move to the
his actual position.
Yeah.
So it's a 2-for-1, and we're so back.
I'm not a fan. I think that your business that you've done is really good. I like Reinders a lot too.
Mm-hmm. Bargain shopping out here, dog. Bargain shopping.
Dude, Arsenal are a bargain bin. We're a bargain bin. We just signed Kepa for $5 million. Rate it. Backup. Love it. From the highest fee to like super low. He played for Real Madrid. Was great at Bournemouth last season. Dude, that entire back line is being poached. Have you?
Well, the coach got too. Right?
The Barney about to. Areola's still there.
Although the coach got hired. Never mind.
Perquez going to Liverpool. Dean Huijsen, Madrid. Zabarni about to go to PSG. I don't even know who their right back is offhand. But like, that's crazy. Shout out. Doué is a baller. Yeah. But Salah needs to, you should give it to Mo Salah. I mean, it's ridiculous.
And I don't think the voters think this way, but like, literally, how many opportunities will Salah have? And he deserves, he's too good of a player to not hold it. Where Doué and Yamal and Dembele have more.
20.
You're saying they have more football. They have more football ahead of them. Like it's not, it's not a career achievement award, but he deserves it. Salah does, and I hate that man. So
he's so good.
I know that's why I hate him. So yeah, I think Salah should win it because those other guys should have plenty of opportunities to win that thing.
And like, what's crazy is like they're juicing their output next season by signing Frimpong and Wirtz. Like they're doing everything they can to keep that Salah train on the tracks, man.
Yeah, man. They're cannibalizing the Red Sox for it. I'm here for
Arsenal are signing Kepa, a DM, albeit one of the best DMs in the world, and Zubimendi.
Yeah, he's fine.
And Christian Nørgaard. Like that's our window so far. It's fucking crazy.
And you just let Partey go for nothing.
That's a W though. I'm here for that. He already was on super high wages. His off-field stuff is not great.
But the point is like you're not bringing money in.
No, really, Arsenal are the worst selling big club.
The balance is a bit tough.
Terrible. Yes.
And you're still paying for.
We're going to sell for nothing.
And you have payments to do on other guys, right? Still.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude.
So it's a bit of a no.
Inter Miami versus PSG boutique to be. That'd be fun. I mean, I got news for you. PSG is going to beat the crap out of Inter Miami.
So I like Kyle Brenner. Creighton is a rival of my school. Not really anymore.
For real?
It used to be. And then when they're in the Mountain West, there was a big rivalry there.
Okay.
But they leveled up to the Big East, left SIU in the dust, respectfully. But I like Kyle Brenner. He's from St. Louis too.
He is over here on NBADraft.net. He is profiled as a second-round pick and is compared to Ante Tomic. That's a big boy, though, 7'2".
Yeah, I mean, when you're looking at the 29th pick, it's basically a second rounder.
I'm here for this Hansen Yang dude. Let's get a 7'2" dude from China. Let's cook.
Sell some units, bro.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Yeah.
Raise the club profile. Man, this Vasa thing really, I can't even lie. This Vasa shit is really bumming me out. Like, that's, if anyone's really upset about Conca this is how I can sympathize. However you feel, if you don't like Conca and you're really upset, that's how I feel about Vasa Macic coming back. That's how. Oh, brother.
I feel like this pick has been forever. We did an entire diatribe on the Ballon d'Or.
Well, Cooper Flag was on the desk for an interview, so they're stretching it. Pause. I hope the Mavericks move to Vegas. Like, that's where I'm at with that. I don't like seeing these Maverick fans. I felt so much sympathy for them. Now I want them to move. It's
going to the Trailblazers. The Chinese dude.
Good save.
Jan Hansen, there he goes. Projected as a second rounder, going here in mid-first, moving those units. I rate the fit. He's in the crowd, which means he showed up on his own dime. West Coast.
Ni hao.
Shout out to Yao Ming, dude. Dude, do you remember that run with Yao Ming and T-Mac? Do you remember how fire that team was? Oh.
T-Mac was my guy too. I was like my favorite player, bro. Yeah. Did you know him and Vince Carter have like a small stake in the Bills? The Buffalo Bills? Yeah, they're like minority owners.
Cool,
I saw a video of them touring the new football stadium, and they're just like super gassed, like checking this thing out. It's so random, but when it's not that random considering the regionality of it, but it's really cool. It's cool seeing Vince Carter and T-Mac.
Oh, the hat is such an L. Like, why is he wearing the Grizzlies hat? Like, he's not playing for this team. It's so stupid.
And you know how they superimposed the NBA trophy onto the floor during the finals? They should do that with the hats. Like, what are we doing? What are we pretending for?
Feel for the game. Is this guy like a pro? Yeah, I'd say so. He's a first-round pick. What stupid.
The Broom's a dog, though. So I wouldn't hate it.
Tigers.
Yo, Severe, take care, dog. Take care, bro.
Making me want some pho. Dude, that's Vietnam, dog.
Hey, listen.
That's a different noodle dish, dog. What team is Jan Hansen playing for? The Portland Trailblazers, which is the move, right? It's a West Coast team,
and they got Ayton, they got Klingon, the guy I wanted last year. So they can take
Yishan Liang sandwiched in between
the chairman.
Maybe two greats. Dude, Yishan Liang was very bad.
You know the chair story, right? Like, he worked out versus a chair.
What?
Like, he was like, they had a chair. They put a chair in the lane, and like he was working out against the chair. So people called him the chairman as a result of that.
That's pretty awesome. That guy was fire in the video in video games because like he could shoot, right? He was big, but like it was very clear after one season where when he went to the Nets, it's like, oh, this is not going to work out. This guy.
Yeah, so they Ayton and Klingon, so they can take their time with him.
Donovan Klingon, Charlotte Hornets legend. I can't believe y'all didn't draft him.
I can't. Pain, bro. It's pain. It's the most painful outcome. Oh.
I can't believe y'all picked Tijan Salon over Donovan Klingon to this day. Whatever.
It makes sense in retrospect that that's when the tank started. They took him. They brought in Taj Gibson. They brought back Seth Curry. More signs of the tank.
You are 12 picks away from Walter Clayton Jr. here. falling into your lap. I don't think he lasts, right? I think that this is his range. Allegedly, his floor is pick 20 to the Heat.
So Minnesota.
Look at A-Rod.
Minnesota, they have an awkward front court situation money wise with Randall and Reed. So like they kind of have to go big here. So and they took Dillingham last year, so they don't need another young guard.
You think Newell? Pick is in. They're rushing to the podium.
I think I gotta imagine it's been in because of that long Cooper flag segment earlier. Wagwan.
Pick 17. Who is it? Yoann Birangi from France. You were right. A big. I like the fit.
Hey, Gobert, the mentor. French centers locked
Patient
in.
Zero. Patient Zero. You remember that? That's great.
Yeah, man. He touched all the microphones.
Like,
ruined the whole NBA.
Like, did that age poorly? Instantly. Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't like that. Didn't play basketball until 2021. This guy sucks. I'm sorry. I've been through that as Jordan Hill. He started playing basketball when he was a sophomore in college or sophomore in high school. Look how good he is now.
Kai Jones, same kind of thing.
I'm out. I'm sorry. I'm out. This guy sucks.
Oh yeah, they got Robert Williams too. You're right, man. I forgot about
that draft when we picked Jordan Hill. The pick before that was Steph Curry, who, like, at the time he was like a dog, kind of like Walter Clayton, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was questions about his frailty in the NBA, but clearly the Warriors had the vision, you know. I wanted Brandon Jennings in that draft so badly. You want to talk about like one of the dumbest people on earth? Right. Like, couldn't get good enough test scores to go play at Arizona and was like, I'm going to Rome, whatever. Like, went over to Italy. And this is the age when Calipari was like hiring guys to take the SAT and whatever for like Robert Traylor and Joey Dorsey and like Derrick Rose, you know, like that existed. And Brandon Miller was that bad that he was ineligible for the Arizona Wildcats, a team that cheated a lot too. So crazy.
They cheating, they ain't trying.
Jordan Hill, that's the Wildcat that we picked in that draft.
Yeah, the center's on a run for real.
The big men are back, man.
The best players in the NBA.
Bilal Coulibaly.
I like Coulibaly.
I like Coulibaly too. I've always been a fan of the centers. Like, one of my favorite basketball players ever is Keem Olajuwon.
Wait, hold on.
Taco May, my guy, Dadier. Your boy up there, Salon.
Right.
The French are taking over, dog.
Worst nightmare. No.
They're taking over the video game world too, dog. Claire Obscure, Expedition 33, fire.
Yeah.
Very good.
So, so Diabate is really good as a backup center for what the Hornets have right now. It's just the size lets him down. Like he's just undersized for the position, but he does
Taco Fall, our savior. Bring him back.
Run it back,
He was a cult hero here, dude. He went to UCF here. Oh my God, he was beloved here. How many of these guys drafted tonight actually had first round grades? That's a great question because a lot of these guys that have been going here have second round grades.
Yeah, I think it's kind of just a run started. So
you take the Chinese dude, even if he sucks, like to the point where like printing money, you're gonna sell that kid's jersey.
Yeah, Nas has to be out of that for real.
Like you'd want him, right? Nas Reed?
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
So why not get that guy?
Well, it just depends what are you giving up. If it involves any future draft picks,
he's
I'm not doing it.
Free agent. He's undrafted. Yeah, he's a free agent.
Unrestricted. No,
he's unrestricted. That's what I meant. Unrestricted. Yeah.
But again, there's no. Yeah, it have to be a sign and trade. The Charlotte Hornets don't have cap space like that.
Bridges.
Well, again, it's sign and trade. So Bridges. Why would Minnesota do that?
Why not?
Because he's not that good.
But like he on your team, like he's got to be like one of the guys. Like I'm sorry, Anthony Edwards is on that team, so like you're taking a back seat. By the way, you said before Jokic best player in the world and Giannis number 2. High key, Anthony Edwards deserves to be in that conversation. I think.
Not yet.
Ooh,
he's the best American.
No,
he's the best,
dude.
Edwards is the best American.
Facts.
Because that's because
more than
Tatum,
LeBron. We're
yeah. Well, obviously LeBron's 40 and Tatum has a torn Achilles. So, the answer Ant is him, the best American we got right now. But he's not.
His interviews are amazing too.
There's a level below. He's a level below Giannis and Jokic.
Lump sum child support payments. I mean, he's a legend.
That's fire. They need to normalize that because that is a power move. Just cut the check. You got it.
I'd rather him be an involved dad in his child's life, but you
do both.
Discussion for another day.
You do both.
He's not like Zion out here doing a madness.
So I do SGA third right now, behind Jokic, Giannis, SGA.
My God, dude. In retrospect, the Clippers trading him for Paul George.
The Hornets traded him, dog. We traded for Bridges. You can't do that with me. The retrospect thing is tough.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There was that whole Kobe Bryant guy too that you guys traded.
Yeah, bro. They're wearing the gear, man. It's tough. It's tough. So is this Washington pick legit? Is that them for real? Or
it's their pick straight up. Yeah.
Okay. And
you think they pick the French center? Oh no, wait.
I don't even have the big.
No, because he went. Behringer. Sorber went. I mean, if they want another center, that kid from Stanford, Raynaud.
Yeah, while we're in a commercial, I'm gonna tell a quick Wingstop story.
Clayton?
I had my I think it was DoorDash. It's something I used once, like 5 years ago. It got hacked. I was like, why the hell did I get an email from an app I don't use? And someone like hacked my account from back then, and they ordered like a shit ton of Wingstop.
What's a shit ton?
Like we're talking, the number started with a 5. Like it was like $50 or like $60 worth of Wingstop.
Okay.
And so
Wingstop is fairly expensive. I thought you were saying $500. I mean,
no. Because like I think that probably would have been like flagged or something like that. Okay. When your shit gets stolen, you don't want to. Scammers don't want to do too much.
Trade. Hang on. Oh shoot.
Okay, Utah's trying to get back in for Clayton. Oh, rip. This may be Clayton. We'll put Utah's on the clock looking like.
Oh, Utah's trading back in? You're saying Clayton?
That's what Shams was saying. But real quick, so this dude ordered like a shit ton of Wingstop, and I'm gonna say DoorDash. It might not have been DoorDash, but like I contacted DoorDash. I'm like, hey, I've been used Draft in 5 years. I don't live in Texas. What the hell is this? And they canceled the order before the scammer got the food, and I got my money back like that night. Hold that. Shout out to Wingstop. Shout out to DoorDash or whoever that was, because
it looks like this is going to be Clayton. By the way.
Yeah, for sure. I don't mind.
Sucks, dude.
The $50 is whatever, but like I don't like getting taken advantage of, and I don't want you getting your free food out of it.
That happened to my PayPal account. Someone went in there and sold all my Bitcoin. Sucked.
Damn.
Don't know why I didn't have 2FA on. It wasn't a lot, but sucks.
It's the principle of it. It's,
You feel very vulnerable. All of a sudden, it was like transaction. I'm like, oh God, and it just gone.
Yeah.
Shout out to PayPal though. They gave me their stable coin back, but whatever.
Hey, Yakachunas is still there, right? Is that right? Is that for real? I think that guy. I got a major ick from him watching him playing the tournament.
Walter Clayton?
No, Yakachunas. The point guard from Illinois. Yeah, Utah's. Yeah, Utah sent number 21 and second round picks to Washington for this pick. Jeez. Jeez. Also forgot I didn't look at any of the betting odds before this. I meant to look that up to see.
Ace Bailey going to y'all was like plus 400.
Yeah, I wanted to lay some money on Khan. All right, this announced the business from earlier. This has got to be Clayton.
There he goes, Walter Clayton Jr.
Yeah, to Utah. That's a W pick. Yeah, too many turnovers.
He might like start right away for them.
Yes. Rick Ross, the chicken boss. I love some Tim Duncan. I got some Arsenal love.
What?
On the screen.
What are you talking about?
Oh, look at the screen, bro.
Oh, it is. It is. Does he have a child? It is.
He gets it in, dog.
Literally. Dude, this kid was phenomenal in the tournament. All season last year for Florida.
He's a killer. Absolute killer. I always have love for Florida basketball. Because of my friend from high school, big Florida fan, who went to St. Louis to watch the Sweet 16 regional, Florida, Oregon, Butler, UNLV. It was the Butler team before Hayward was there. So that was a rip. But it was the second run for the Florida guys, Noah,
Brewer, Noah.
Yeah. So we got to see them cook in the Sweet 16. So that was fire. I think Aaron Brooks I don't know if Aaron Brooks was on the Oregon team or not. He's like the only Oregon basketball player I can think of right now. His defense is cheeks, yeah.
He's not there to play defense.
Utah leaving the draft with
sure.
Walter Clayton Jr. and Ace Bailey is the shot making potential out of that.
High key, they're playing their way out of a good pick next year. You know,
like they said they're not going to tank.
Would you take Lauri Markkanen from them?
Absolutely.
What?
Dude, yeah.
You know what that guy's contract looks like?
He's a good player, dog. So yeah, I would take good players on the team. I don't know what you want from me. Put Bridges in the deal. Like send it in. Send it in, bro. Danny Wolf or Drake Powell. Yeah,
you're right. Utah's draft is pretty good.
The Wizards are gonna be beyond
Jace Richardson, dude. Would you take the child of Jason?
Yeah. I'm just Yakachunas was getting so much burn. I'm shocked he's lasted this long. And I'm concerned the Hornets are gonna trade up for him. That's where I'm at. That's
Nolan Traore.
Only thing with Jason, I can't wait until that Jason's small. Like he's really small. French.
Who's the name? I can't remember his name. The kid that was redshirted at Florida, who's like 7'10". You know what I'm talking about? It's like Olivier something.
I don't know.
He was redshirt. He's a gigantic person. just for the Bants, got to go to San Antonio. Got to get him and Wembanyama together. Did they lose the microphone on Clayton? Something happened.
I don't know.
Because he was being interviewed and all of a sudden signal.
Live TV. Gotta flip it.
Yeah, Sam, we need good players. Facts.
Yeah. Jason's little. He's a little boy. In NBA terms, respectfully. Not for the earth. I'm sure he's perfectly fine for Tinder and stuff like that.
Oh my God. So we missed it earlier, Sam. When Colin Murray Boyles was picked by the Raptors, he shook his head like in disapproval and then got caught saying the F word. Oh, I got to send this to you. This is hilarious. Hang on. Oh man, it's gonna get me. It's already. Oh no. Oh no. Hang on. This is so funny. Hang on. Oh, and there's the Colin Cowherd. Yeah. I swear that's I told you. All right, coming your way, Sam. I'm gonna send it in the StreamYard chat. I can't believe we missed that. It's so good. It's so good.
That's funny.
It's so good. Oh my God, poor dude. What are you doing, dude?
Well,
Come on.
Because like it doesn't. It could have nothing to do with anything, right? But it doesn't matter because it's what the perception looks like, and yeah, that's gonna be used a lot.
I put it in the chat for all y'all to check out. It's so good. Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, Toronto.
Not what your new employers want to see, by the way.
Probably Upstate has to deal with Drake all the time now.
Brooklyn. Nolan Traore. Dude, they're going. This is like the Nets of old, dude. They just picking all these international kids. France.
Who's next? Miami. Okay.
All right, Bill Goldberg, relax.
I have a thing for them. Yeah.
Clayton Jr. got drafted so low because he doesn't play defense. He's 6'2". He just went number 18. What are we talking about?
I think it's solid, like super solid for them.
He's like a Gilbert Arenas mold point guard. He's not a guy that's gonna like play defense and like get you many assists. He's out there to win you games. Unafraid to shoot.
Well, no, he's not out there to win games. Like that's crazy.
Well, what I'm saying is like he's a guy that like
to bring scoring.
Like we need a guy. Yes.
So okay, let's think about this. So damn, Utah.
How are these highlights from these European basketball games still so potato quality, dude? It's 2025.
Bro,
you could literally shoot these games with an iPhone.
Yo, YouTube watching the NBA Finals on YouTube TV is so brutal because like that's just like in 720.
Well, no, they do the 1080 premium stuff now. No,
not ABC.
No?
Fox does. I watch like big time college football like that, but at least where I'm, like maybe there's a package I don't have or don't see, but I pay for the extra.
Well, I know they do 4K, but
4K stuff.
It's already so expensive. YouTube TV used to be like $30, dude. It's like $90 now.
When I signed up, they gave me a Google Chrome thing for free. It's like thanks for signing up. Here's a way to watch it. Yeah, it's different. They know what they got right now.
So allegedly, the Bulls are looking to trade Lonzo Ball or Cody White.
So we're 9 picks away from the Hornets, Hunter.
What?
Right now.
What?
At this point, if Yakachunas is there at 29, like I'm here. I'm for that. Because think about it, that would solve I like him as a backup point guard, as an alternate point guard, a guy that can play behind LaMelo.
Oh my
and next
god,
to
dude!
LaMelo.
I'm sorry, dude. This Colin Murray Boyles clip is everywhere on social media right now. Oh my god, this poor kid. Oh. And Dylan Harper's mom, as I brought up.
Yeah,
I brought that up too.
yeah. I like Kobe White.
He's good. I
I
like
like
Kobe
Kobe
White
White.
too. I mean, the move that I've said a million times is for
Lonzo,
y'all
make it happen.
for y'all to get Lonzo. I mean, that's the move. LeVar Ball's been saying this.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
Shout out to Jello, by the way, double XL freshman of the year. Have they dropped that cipher yet? Because I cannot wait. I cannot wait to see it.
I can wait. I can wait. I can wait, dog. And it's not because of Jello. It's because I don't know any of those other people. I'm so spent, so washed.
I might swerve in that corner. Whoa.
So yeah, Miami. I just had it. There we go. Let me look this up. I forgot to look. Micic, Fenerbahce. Okay, he's traveling to Athens for personal reasons right now. Fenerbahce 3 weeks ago.
You're saying Trump just shut the border down. Keep him over there.
Hold on. So Fenerbahce reportedly close to bring Micic back to EuroLeague from 3 weeks ago. Don't play with
Clayton
me.
The NCAA Final Four MOP. Yes.
Man,
Lonzo, would push Melo to the next level. Yeah, I think that's a great move.
And that was that's LeVar's vision. Lonzo at the 1, LaMelo at the 2.
That's what I said. Like LeVar Ball's been saying this for years.
Yeah.
You know, and he hasn't been wrong about anything, by the way.
Yo,
I guess he did say LiAngelo was good at basketball. That was not true.
He said LaMelo was the best of them.
Well, yeah, duh.
He said, I mean,
oh, why is Shams back on TV? What's happening?
Heat are still active.
Oh, they're talking about the Heat and free agency. By the way, in that trade for Walter Clayton, Utah also traded number 43 and second rounders in 2031 and 2032 as well. Oh, Shams is saying that the Heat are targeting Jonathan Kuminga. That's such an L.
Come bucket. All right.
I think he sucks.
Okay, Liget has I think if he puts up if you're a Panthers fan, I'm not a hardcore Panthers fan. I'm a very casual Panthers fan. But is there a scenario where Xavier Liget reaches Luke Kuechly level of love from the Panthers fan base? I think on the field obviously has not happened yet, but from the Derby to Glorilla,
he's awesome. I'm such a fan of Xavier Liget.
Personality-wise, like it's there. The on the field stuff isn't there yet, but he just had 1 year. Like, is there a way for Liget to reach Kuechly levels? I'm curious because I know how much
he has to ride dollar bill, lead the team out onto the field every game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, is there a path for that? I'm curious.
Pick is in Miami Heat, number 20.
Who's going to be?
Yakuchonis.
Rip. Okay, that makes sense for them. They need a point guard.
He does not look pleased. Dog, welcome to Florida, dude. No income tax here.
Tyler Hero's dumbass. You got to deal with him too.
Yo, speaking of him being a dumbass, did you see that he said on a stream?
He's
like, I don't believe in history.
That's
what like, dog, you need to shut the hell up, dude.
That's what I'm talking about.
You gotta stop, dude. You have to stop. Xavier Legette having a hell of a summer. I mean,
that's what I mean.
If him and Glorilla were to be like an item, like two of the best accents coming together, shout out.
I mean, the Derby stuff alone, like that's so dope that he's getting that.
I would say that he'd be a great TV personality, but the accent is tough, dude. The accent is tough.
Goodbye, Mark. See you, Mark.
Oh, dude in the gradient suit, still there. I don't even know who he is.
I told you. I bet a bunch of teams took him off the board because of that. The
champions of Europe. God, what are we doing? Why? Is that at me? Is that directed at me?
Hold that. Who's on the profile? Oh, it's a Tottenham player on the profile. Is that Romero?
Y'all finished in 17th in the league. Stop with this nonsense.
Yo, I'm leaving that there until the next pick.
17th in the league.
You gotta hold
Fired your coach.
You gotta hold it. You had y'all didn't win the Europa League. You had plenty of opportunity to.
I know. That night in Baku, I will not forget.
We're on trophy.
Eden Hazard, like his last good game, cooked us.
Let's go.
Cooked us. I think the Thomas Frank hire for Spurs is really good.
Yeah, he's him.
Again, feel for the game. That's an L. You know, shit, he has a feel. He's a first round pick. Like, so yeah, you're out on Casper the Friendly Ghost?
You seem like a turnover machine. And so when they talk about feel for the game, I'm like, what? And I think
that's lazy. That's such a lazy thing to say about these guys. Like, yeah, they're elite level prospects. What are we? Well, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Compared of the pool of basketball players.
Yeah, relatively, yeah.
There's 30 picks in the first round.
What? But because it's Miami, there's a Miami boost to all these guys. Miami has that benefit.
They're good at drafting. They're good at drafting.
Getting the most out of guys. Like they're whatever. It's like college football 25 or whatever. There's like the coaching thing where you just the boost to players. Miami have that in real life. If a player goes there, you're gonna get a little more out of them.
Well, Jaquez is fire, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
And then Bam Adebayo too, like another guy that
Khalil Ware, like they nailed their last couple drafts.
Yeah.
But again, like if Khalil Ware goes to Atlanta,
they microwaved the team and it worked. By the way, post LeBron, Wade, and yeah,
I said Miami and Lakers,
but post that with like Jimmy Butler. That was more of like overperforming where they were at.
That wasn't a microwave.
So we're aligned.
Yeah.
Sam, have you already reacted to the Mark trade?
Yes. I love it. It's been a minute, so I love it a little bit. I hate that Meech is just coming back to Charlotte. Assuming
that ruined your night.
It did. No lie, felt my eyes tearing up thinking about it. And not in a good way. My happy tears were turning into sad tears, right? In real time. But generally speaking, Mark Williams, in my opinion, is not someone the Charlotte Hornets should build around. I think it was a stretch to put him into the young core conversation, considering up until going into last season, he hadn't played a game. He showed up, hurt, missed 20 games all to start this season. Looked good offensively, but looked completely outmatched defensively. And when you're looking at like a 7-footer who gets bullied all the time, that is not a good look. And then when you factor in he's had back injuries and foot injuries, you can't really put on probably not a good idea to put on more muscle and more weight, right? So him getting bullied is probably just going to be part of his game. And his offensive side of his game is good enough to make up for it in certain respects if you have a good enough roster to make up for his defensive issues. Him being gone is a headache we don't have to worry about. Don't have to worry about paying him, getting 2 first-round picks for him like we were going to do from the Lakers. That's cool. Sucks we're not getting a young player in return. But Micic is, if he comes, he's an expiring, it's whatever. It's a drop in the bucket, salary cap-wise. And you're getting what could be a valuable pick later on, like a decent lottery pick in 2029. So is the best they can do, especially for Phoenix, who, right, they have very little to trade anyway. So it's not like the Hornets could have pulled more out of them in that deal. So for a draft night deal, I think it's great. The Hornet center spots now, Nurkic, Diabate, a bit tragic, but we know this. We've been knowing this. Now we flip the Mark Williams asset into two things that are pretty valuable. That could be used later on. One's going to be used tonight, the 29th pick. So we'll see how that goes. So I think it's pretty solid overall. And a good way to kind of salvage the whole rescinded trade fiasco.
Rescinded trade.
Yeah, Lakers a bitch made. Yeah, fair. Totally fair. Totally fair. Hornets, Spurs, Cowboys. I'm taking the wins where I can get one. Fair. Yeah, man. You got Mark isn't. I have a theory about Mark Williams, and stay with me here because he seems like a guy who plays basketball just because he's a 7-footer, not because he loves basketball. And I say that because going into last season, Charles Lee talked about it, the coach, the GM talked about it, how over the offseason, Mark Williams regained his love for basketball. But so I was like, well, what happened? No, never addressed why he fell out of love for basketball. He showed up to media day hurt and wouldn't talk about how the injury happened and had this really negative attitude about the whole thing. And he didn't want to talk about it. It was very weird. He seemed so, when he wasn't playing, he seemed so like disinterested in what was happening on the floor, just blank faced the entire time. And then I'm like, well, he comes from a basketball family, like it's in his blood, but I didn't see the fight and passion out of him when the Hornets badly needed it. And maybe if he's in a better winning situation, you'll see more out of him. But I didn't see that dog in him. And so flipping him, getting out of the Mark Williams business,
pick is in,
winning a selection or extension. W. Utah on the clock.
It's going to Washington. Will Riley from Illinois.
Yeah, he's good.
Back-to-back Illini. Got to get that Activia or whatever it is for his face.
Dog, he's a child.
Isn't Activia yogurt?
Yeah, doesn't it make you poo?
No, whatever it is. I mean, those are like probiotics. Whatever it is for his face.
You can upgrade the skincare routine.
That's what I'm saying.
Bro. He's 19, allow.
No.
Yeah, no, exactly. So yeah, offensively, that's where his value is.
Grew from 5'9" to 6'6" during the pandemic. Glow up.
Yo, I want that vaccine. What the hell?
God damn, yeah. Highest commit to Illinois in the ESPN 100 era. Good for him. So where'd it go wrong?
So wait. Where we at? So we're at 22 right now, right? Atlanta. Is that right? Just trying to stay on top of like who's picking for who.
It says it.
Oh,
right at the.
Oh, so he's going to Washington. He's
going
not
to
going
Washington. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about Atlanta. If Atlanta's really picking for Atlanta or not, which they just signed they just traded for your boy Porzingis, which is gonna be super annoying. That is like, hey, you know what? The Eastern Conference is kind of shit right now. We're gonna.
Why were you guys not involved in that?
Because it's not. Also, Porzingis will die in Charlotte with the injury history he has and the curseness the Hornets have. Porzingis would perish here. So this is a bad fit already. But also, it's not going to lift him up. It's not going to lift the Hornets up enough for it to be worth it to give anything up for it. For Atlanta, though, that is a lifter that can take them from the play-in zone to like top 5.
Here's a question for you, Sam.
In the Eastern Conference.
Question in the chat here. Who has more wins next year? The Washington Wizards or the Charlotte Hornets?
The Hornets. The Hornets.
You
The
had
Wizards,
one more than them this year.
the Wizards beat the Hornets 3. They swept the Hornets in the season, by the way. The Hornets were winless against the Washington Wizards. On MMA rules, the Wizards are better.
Yes, MMA math, yes. Which never works, but yes.
So, same thing happened last year when the Pistons were the worst team. The Pistons swept the Hornets 2 seasons ago. It's tragic. Yeah, they got that good vaccine in Canada, the acne.
Clearly.
I'm disappointed that it panned out this. Oh wait, Mark, all the best.
Shams is back. Uh-oh.
Especially with how good Jalen Duren is. Tough. Another tough one.
Oh, so this Atlanta pick is going to Brooklyn.
And Nets have so many picks, man.
Shout out to Malik Andrews saying that Colin Cowherd got drafted, by the way. That's awesome. We've gotten that. We got Dylan Harper's mom. We've gotten
Chloe Kids. Not enough love for her, by the way. Shout out to her.
We got the kid from Toronto dropping the hard F on the broadcast, which is awesome. I guess not the hardest F, which is good. That'd be nuclear for his PR.
That's 100. Yeah, it's 100K off the top. That's what LaMelo got, right? For his.
When did he say that?
We didn't see. He said no. The 2 words.
Oh, right.
And then he tweeted out pause. Well, or something like that.
He did. I remember that. He did. Oh my God, dude. He's the most unserious professional athlete ever.
Danny Wolf, Raynard, Newell, Kyle Brenner. Yeah, I like me some Kyle Brenner. It has to be a big, surely.
Going to Brooklyn?
No, I mean for Charlotte. I'm just talking about Charlotte. I have no idea what Brooklyn.
Well, Powell is still there, right? From Georgia? Or sorry, Newell. Slipping though. Wonder why.
Let me find this.
I think the reason I said Powell is he's North Carolina, right?
Yeah, Drake Powell.
Right. You got a Dookie, get a Tar Heel.
Yeah, Charlotte really went Duke for Duke too. Traded a Duke boy, drafted a Duke boy.
You guys love it. Flag was the jewel in the crown.
Yeah, the goodest
like
of
the
Dukes.
Ultimate Duke white guy. Well, I guess no. The ultimate Duke white guy was probably Redick or Leitner. But
did Redick win a title?
I don't think so.
Because Leitner did, but I don't know if. I don't think Redick got there.
No, he did not.
Danny Ferry, yeah.
Dude, I don't know, dude. When we were growing up, dude, JJ Redick was
I think
the guy.
I think that Duke hated Duke white guys is like Star Wars movies. Like every generation has theirs, and it just kind of shifts. Depends on when you were born.
Dude, Grayson Allen is still in the NBA getting paid. By the way.
Yeah.
By the way,
He's still with Phoenix? Is he still with Phoenix?
He's on the Grizzlies. No.
Yeah, he's still with Phoenix.
You're right, Phoenix.
What's his contract saying? Because 2 seasons ago, he was fired from 3. He was pretty good last year as well from 3.
He is signed. He's got a player option through 2027. Getting paid, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Phoenix
he's good.
Clapped,
he's a piece of shit,
dude.
but he's good.
Phoenix is clapped. Yo, you're on camera. I'm like, thank you. Like,
they're sisters, right?
Papers. My God, what are you doing?
You gotta look busy. That's fine. That's fine. They weren't picking their nose. That's fine. I haven't watched much of the Colorado State guy. Colorado State is such like an ick school for me. If you like,
Well,
if
they
you go,
got in the tournament by
yeah.
Derek Queen.
Some schools like I see it and just think like you can't be good because you went there. Colorado State's one of them.
Of course, you would say that as a Coach Prime lover. All
No,
right, this is going to
deeper
Brooklyn,
than
number
that.
22. Drake Powell. There he goes.
Pow. Clifford went to Colorado too, so hold that. He crossed enemy lines.
This is in New York. Not 1 ounce of a reaction for the team, rather. The Nets are like KD when he was like the Knicks aren't cool anymore. It's like, hold that, KD. We don't want you.
Like, that's what I mean. Like, I said this earlier, but like, we tried this. This didn't work.
Stupid Christian Laettner. Either she can hear me talking or we were. Rachel said stupid Christian Laettner. Nah, JJ Redick was the
for us.
Duke White guy. Yeah, 100%.
For us, yeah. He's our Empire. Empire Strikes Back. He's ours.
Better pro too than Laettner
And coach. Hold that.
I agreed.
Was it all facts? He was great on TV.
Dude, he was great on TV and like really, really like.
But he wasn't
hard on people.
Yeah, that he wasn't long for ESPN doing that because you can't shit on Stephen A. and then keep your job. So he was going to be on ESPN forever.
Now I like Stephen A. I mean, he's a Knicks guy. Started in New York radio.
Yeah.
A lot of memes. By the way, the Nets are not on the clock anymore, Sam. It is the Pelicans, but the pick is going to Atlanta.
See here. There we go. Boom. All right. Number 23, the 23rd pick.
You're going to pick the guy from Stanford, right? 7'1", 240, Maxime Reynaud.
Ooh, who's like the Hornets?
Yeah. He's from Paris. He is comped to Luke Cornett.
Charlotte has a strong history with French guys, so that makes sense.
Again, I rate Jace Richardson. You know, Jason Richardson's son.
He's too small.
His comp is Monte Ellis. 6'2". He's the same size as Walter Clayton.
I think that's cap. I don't think he's 6. I swear I saw you 6 foot without shoes.
My favorite moment from tonight, and I can't believe I'm upset and I didn't see it live, but now that I'm seeing it, is the kid who got drafted by the Raptors. That's the fun. That's so funny, dude. That's so good. Oh my god.
I'm here for
Someone
it.
asked, "Where's Macho?" Yeah, where is Macho?
I'm looking at him right now. He's hiding in the bathroom because he's
How
scared.
old is he now, Sam?
9.
Wow.
Is he not?
I remember meeting him as a puppy, man. Golly. Prince is around here somewhere. He's 13 years old, man. I got him. He was 6 weeks old.
The storms in Charlotte has him scared, so he's.
My dogs don't care at all about fireworks or loud weather or like anything like that. But we were making waffles the other day on a waffle maker, and both the dogs ran away to hide. And when we came, they were shaking. Like Rachel thought that one of them was having a seizure. It does beep.
Or is it okay? It was the beep that got him, or is there some type of
like, I don't know. And then
white noise.
We have an indoor pizza oven too. There's Prince. We have an indoor pizza oven too, and it's electric, and maybe just the fan going, and he just heads for the hills, dude. He just has to hide.
Oh, little man.
He's 13. He's 13, dude.
All right, you come back to bed.
Thinking about.
It's kind of a W that they split this into 2 nights because, like, ain't nobody trying to watch the second round anymore, you know?
We gotta give Mark Tatum his flowers, and I'm gonna give him his whole day. He got a primetime slot now. This shit being the same week.
he does the draft lottery.
This shit being the same week of the finals is stupid. It's so stupid.
I mean, like, dude, the WNBA, like the day after the
That's dumb
championship.
too.
Yeah.
Like these girls are still in the tournament.
Wait a minute. Isn't Angel Reese's brother in the draft? I'm not making that up.
That sounds familiar. I'll be honest with you. I don't.
Right? I'm pretty sure. Shout out to ESPN. They're playing Tribe Called Quest. Shout out.
Fuck, man.
What are you upset about?
I'm just sitting here thinking about Vasilic, bro.
Yeah, Julian Reese. He is in the draft. You're not excited about Vasilic? So talk me through it. Why are you not excited about that?
Because I've seen bad basketball. We've all seen bad basketball. I'm not even talking about a Hornets thing. Yeah, we've all seen it. But for a guy to turn the ball over on 4 straight possessions, like that's so demoralizing.
$8 million he's being paid. So
that's an OKC thing, by the way. They did that. OKC, this like the most well-run organization in the NBA, blah, 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 blah. They did that shit. They signed him. And then they traded him with Charlotte, and then Charlotte traded him for Phoenix. And now he's back in Charlotte. All right.
Pick is in. Number 23, Pelicans, and they're trading it to the Hawks.
The pick is in.
Man, they are yelling crazy shit to what's his face.
He deserves it.
Asa Newell going to the Hawks. Good value. I don't like the baby blue with the purple, although the purple suit is nice.
Is he from? I know went to Georgia, but is he from Georgia?
Lady wearing a bucket hat back there. What are we doing?
Oh, so he's from Florida, from Destin. Okay.
They're playing Lil Wayne.
Right.
Yo, did you listen to
the it's so bad.
It's so bad.
I thought it was one of those things where I saw all the TikToks flaming it, and I was like, it can't be that bad. So I put it on in the car. I couldn't believe what I was listening to.
Washed. That's what he gets for supporting Trump, dude. It's over.
Right.
Washed.
I don't think Trump has anything to do with that.
Yes, he does.
I think it's the drugs. I think that's the years of drugs did that to Wayne.
Did you see the producer that took peanuts to an elephant? He's like, here's what it would sound like if he actually had good production. And like Lil Wayne commented on it.
Oh, rip.
Yes. The guy replied, he was like crying. He's like, oh my God, my goat has seen me. He's like, I'll do anything for you. You need someone to pick up your garbage? Like, give me a job.
Yeah, I think Zion.
What is this Vasa Misic to Fenerbahce nonsense?
No, I looked it up. It's a real thing. Like 3 weeks ago, there's rumors that he was going there. And I don't know how that works at all. Like if there's a buyout for his NBA rights or his NBA contract, I don't know how that goes. If a guy just dips for Europe or if he has to be cut or and the number gets stretched, I don't know. But allegedly or reportedly, Broski was going to Turkey and not just for a hairline. And that would be great. That would be amazing. Get him gone. Welcome to Fenerbahce.
Come to Besiktas.
And take okay, I got no one with you. Take them both, please.
Dude, that whole Turkish Super League thing where like they were doing the Saudi Arabia stuff where they were like getting all these stars.
Yeah.
with the come to Besiktas stuff. That was so fun. They the most unhinged like transfer announcements that were like so over the top. They really calm that down. Galatasaray's out here though. Look at their roster, man. They got a squad.
Is Mourinho still there? Mourinho's at Fenerbahce.
Mourinho's
right?
at Fenerbahce, yeah.
Is he still at Fenerbahce?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh wait, where does Sane go? Sane went to Fenerbahce, right?
Yeah, no, Galatasaray.
Rip. I don't know. My
because Galatasaray is in the Champions League.
Got it.
Victor Osimhen's still out here not being picked up. Crazy.
Rip. Well, Napoli are assholes to deal with, so I'll be like that.
Been there, dude.
Okay, OKC in this thing. What annoying player are they going to draft?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're going to pick someone that they're just going to stash, you know?
Zion, wait, be tearing. Zombie tearing up.
I've never what's that? There's a biscuit place in the Carolinas that supposedly is really good, like Biscuit World or Biscuitville, or I'm not making it up.
I don't know.
Help me out, people in the chat. It's like Biscuitville,
if there's a place called Biscuit Towns anywhere near Charlotte, let me know. I'm there.
It's like something like that.
I'm there. Wait, wait, is this the Kings? Kings are trading for
Biscuitville. See, I'm not making it up, Sam. See?
Hold on. This thing's going to Sacramento. Kings don't have a pick in this draft. Well, now they do.
They're targeting Nick Clifford, which is Shams tipping the pick. Oh, there's currently no Biscuitville in Charlotte, North Carolina proper, but it's headquartered in Greensboro.
Fair.
Well, wait a minute. It says there's one here on Dorita Street in Charlotte. Home of the Biscuit Window? What the hell is that?
Biscuit Belly?
Whatever. Ooh, shout out to Cookout, though.
Dog. Hold on. Is that what the... Hold on. Yeah, Biscuit Belly, brother. Yes. Stamp that for sure. Wait, I clicked the wrong thing. Rep. Yes.
Nick Clifford. He's the one in the suit. Oh well, you knew, right?
Yeah, man.
Colorado State. I rate the suit, but you know.
My real beef with it. It should be it should go into the pants. He kind of copped out with the black pants. If you're gonna do it, dog.
See, someone said Bojangles is better. I've only had Bojangles like it was a stupid concept where the only thing they served were chicken tenders, which I think is whack, by the way. All those restaurants that only do chicken tenders is whack.
Yes. So we took my girlfriend's nephew to Frankie's, and that was my first time there. That place is extortionate as fuck. But it was fun. It's a good time. It's like a Dave and Buster's type thing. With like an outdoor section with rides and or like go-kart and mini golf, and then full arcade inside.
Dude, I hate that there's not a Cookout in Florida. It's crazy. I don't know why they don't exist here.
That place should be nationwide.
It's great. I think Cookout's great. What I would give for a banana pudding milkshake right now.
Oh, is this y'all?
Dude, it's almost
Orlando
your pick,
Magic.
Man.
Orlando Magic. Oh. Yo, play the song for real.
Oh yeah, dude. Light the beam, dude.
Charlotte needs something like that. We don't have that. We need.
See, I think that the Magic are like I was gonna say Hugo Gonzalez. I think they're out forever picking guys from Spain.
Oh, rip.
They're out.
Fran Vasquez.
Shout out Fran Vasquez. Yeah. They're mocked to pick Jace Richardson, which would be fire again. Just traded Cole Anthony, one of their guards.
Yeah.
Cookout is the most ghetto shit ever. Say what you will. I think it's great. I think there's something for everybody at Cookout. They also never screw up my order. Every time I've gone there, I feel like most places always get something wrong eventually. Like it's always consistently great at Cookout. Dude, this Magic, the new logo, the new text on the team or on the jersey is fire. They nailed it. The only thing I know you don't like are the numbers.
Yeah.
The font that they use for the numbers. I think that's fine.
If
People are saying, "Oh, it's another ball-shaped logo." It's like they've had that forever.
It's a basketball team. What you want? You know
yeah,
what I mean?
exactly.
But yeah, the revamped logo, everything's fire except
the
numbers.
It's fire, dude. It's so sick. The blue, like the darker blue with more of the white. They nailed it. They built a new practice facility here that allegedly is like the best in the NBA, like in terms of like the modern.
Did you see the Bain shit? Where Bain's like, we don't have windows in Memphis. Like
Oh,
he was comparing the Memphis Grizzlies training facility to the Orlando one.
It's right near the stadium and right near where Orlando City plays. That's in a rough part of town, by the way.
Yeah.
But
that shit matters. Like, so Charlotte's redoing there. They're building a brand new practice facility. And for fans, it's not going to mean much, but it adds to the legitimacy, makes the whole franchise more legitimate when you have standalone training facilities. It means you're serious about this thing, and players will take no. Yeah, I wish there were more pinstripes or smaller numbers with the current jerseys. I think the number size is too big on the Hornets jerseys right now. That's just me though. And bring back the Clit jerseys.
Have a Bobcats night. Bring those back.
So
was that bad juju?
I think it probably won't go full Bobcats. Going full Bobcats is never a good idea. Although some of the Bobcats
you gotta go full Bobcats.
They brought back Gerald Wallace and honored him. I was there for that. That was fire. And they sold some cool like Hornets Bobcats merch on the night. But it's tough.
Oh, someone in your chat is so funny. Oh my god. Are you referring to like John Morant going to Cookout? Is that what you're talking about? Oh no, you're talking about the
windows,
the facility there. Oh, it's too funny. Pick is in. All right. I mean, they could go anywhere here, but I would love it to be Jace Richardson. I think that'd be so fun.
That would work there.
Boom. Love that pick, dude.
It's cool. They lost one legacy NBA player, got another one. That's cool. Look at 6'1.5", right? Short king. Big up Bob Johnson for bringing the NBA back to the QC. Okay, so we are at 26. It's Brooklyn, I believe, unless there's a trade somewhere in there.
Yeah, it's Brooklyn.
And then, so that's 26, 27. I don't know who's picking 28th. Let me see. I don't have that on my screen.
Kind of an L that you're forever going to be compared to your dad, who is like one of the most athletically fun dunkers like ever.
Yeah.
A cheat code in basketball video games, by the way. I remember I was playing somebody who is now like highly in like in stature in the Orlando Magic front office. Shout out to Tunji. You're talking about like the most charismatic person I think I've ever met in my entire life. At college at the time, and he came over to our house, and we were playing 2K. Like with there were a bunch of basketball players at my house because one of my friends was a manager for the team, so like they were usually around. And he's one of the good guys, like keeping some of the guys like out of trouble and whatnot. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So he came over and he's like, "Oh, we're playing 2K." I'm like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Well, how much you guys playing for?" It's like, we never really play for money. He's like, "All right, let's throw down like $5 or $20, whatever it was." And he picked. It might have been the Orlando Magic, whatever team Jason Richardson was on. I don't remember.
Golden State, surely, right?
I mean, I could not get the ball off of him, and he was just disrespectfully dunking it on me like every way down. So, needless to say, I lost that game and lost some money.
So yeah, it probably was Orlando at that point. Who's 2010 to 2012?
But Fungi was involved with he's worked his way all the way up in the front office there, and he was involved in drafting friend Franz Wagner. I remember he said that he went and he scouted Wembanyama, and he's like, everybody's here. I mean, you gotta come take a look at this dude, you know?
So Hunter, I don't have an Instagram. Just the Twitter.
He's a lurker on Instagram.
Not even. I use Instagram just to check out breweries.
Same. And if you're asked at 2K, just say that. I'm washed, bro. I'm old and washed now. Although your guy Sam over here, you should see his TikTok algorithm. Some of the stuff that he sent in my way.
Just trying to share the love, dog. Just trying to share the love. You can find me on TikTok, Sam Dracula 704. But I gave up. I may start posting on there again. I gave that shit up real quick.
Dude, you should use, well, I guess if you post more to like YouTube, you should use Opus Clip to like make clips of your videos. It's great. It's an AI tool.
Yeah.
Got paid for it, but it's great. Bobcats low-key had some decent winks and Richardson, Wallace, and Jackson. Yeah, man. Let's also not forget about Kemba Walker was on that team. And of course, Michael Kidd Gilchrist, the legend.
Rip, man. What is this? Would that start?
So who's like one of the worst basketball players that you've ever seen like live? Like worst basketball performance.
Live or live in person or just like
on either or.
Johnny Davis. Most recently, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Washington Wizards pick from Indiana, I think. The Hornets were playing. So like, Charles been bad for a while. So when it
is he out of the
yes.
I was gonna say I think he ran out of the league.
When guys don't perform against the Hornets, that's like a major red flag to me. So I was like, all right, I know Johnny Davis was having a rough go, and then homie was passing up open shots. I was like, this guy is not gonna be in the NBA for very long.
No, dude, he's on the Westchester Knicks. Let's go.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. Yeah,
my God, he was in that Marvin Bagley trade. Yo, what?
Yuck.
What?
McBuckets, come on. Yeah, I'm just gassed for CFB 26, man.
My God, dude. They actually like listened to the community with some of the stuff, dude. The setting the stuff for wear and tear, and like, dude, being able to set custom like plays, so like you could
formation subs.
Oh, dude, no, but like if you have like RPO, it's like forget your field general quarterback. I'm only going to have the
formation
stuff. Oh my God, I can't wait.
Like them juicing up the transfer portal and even making that a slider so you can turn that up all the way or not, or just turn it off completely. That's fire. I love that they leave that to you to make it your own, like a sandbox. Because like I love Football Manager, and Football Manager is a sandbox game. You can do what you want, and it keeps the game fresh.
If it ever comes out ever again
in months, yeah, facts, big facts. But like with CFB, you can play it until the wheels fall off, and then change settings, and it feels like a new experience. Yeah. And for an annual release game, having that sandbox feel for offline play is dope.
Well, it'd be for online play too.
Well, I don't. For online play, it's just like new packs, right? Like, what are they gonna do? They just throw promos at you?
Well, I mean, like when we have done a Dynasty, that's technically online.
Yeah, it is. online, but like not, you know what I mean. When I say online, I'm talking about like
fair enough.
Ultimate Team.
Oh, people in your chat. Adam Morrison was terrible. Right. Indeed, he was absolutely terrible. James Bouknight. I mean, did he play ever?
Yeah, he played. And then
I mean, the thing I remember him most for was falling asleep in his car with like a gun and a bag of Doritos, right?
Yeah, right before the season started.
That's crazy, dude. What are you doing? What are you doing, dude?
So
you were gassed about James Bouknight. You were gassed.
I was. I didn't know.
That'd be good TikTok content, by the way. Go back and look at your reaction to some of these horrible drafts and react to them.
My most viewed video is me saying how awesome that draft was.
Rip. Ben Sirach? Oh, Ben Sirach. Oh, an Israeli player.
It's chosen
from Brooklyn. That Nets jersey right there. That
with the navy and the red and white.
That one, and then I like the one with the gradient baby blue too. It's nice.
Okay. I'm trying to picture that one. What era was that? Who played in that?
It was like ABA, I think, right?
Okay. Because I like the grays, the New Jersey Net gray ones that Jason Kidd and Vince Carter wore, and Kerry Kittles and the Kenyon.
Yeah, I didn't like the NJ with like the hoop around it, but the color was nice.
Yeah. For real.
Doritos Flamas, hopefully.
Yeah.
Shout out to Takis. Takis are gas.
We're talking
about fumbling the bag. Who fumbled the bag? What are we talking about? James Bouknight?
Yeah.
Well, listen, man, you get drafted in the first round. It's
bag of Doritos.
Money. It's guaranteed
money. For 2 years. And then you're on your own.
Remember that? Do you remember that it wasn't E60, it was 30 for 30 broke. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah,
that's a great documentary. Yeah.
A guy who went to my college, got to the NFL, had no idea what a checking account was.
That's crazy.
Shout out to Bart Scott. It's like, not a great reflection on
all y'all in the chat that are unaware. ESPN 30 for 30. Just look up broke, and it talks about how athletes just really have no financial literacy at all, which is probably by design for what it's worth. Go watch that. It's crazy, eye-opening stuff. Who's this guy crying?
Wait a minute.
This guy's crying on TV. Who is that?
Is that McNeely? No. I don't want to start naming white guys. I don't know who that guy is.
Yeah, I don't know. Some white guy. Danny Wolf. Sounds like a 90s villain. He's from Michigan.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he has some high grades on him. I wouldn't mind that.
He's a second round grade. Top of the second round grade. His comps are Henry Ellenson and Moritz Wagner.
Right.
I don't know why I dropped his whole government. Mo Wagner.
Smart guy. Went to Yale for 2 years. Come on. Yeah, Malika. Yeah.
Liam McNeely. This kid has a first round grade. His comp is Corey Kispert. My favorite name so far is Chaz Lanier. Just Chaz is fire. From Tennessee. Malika is terrible. Dude, they're really struggling up on the desk there. Kendrick Perkins, dude, he is really, really gotten better year over year being on television. It's just those reps, man. Jay Billis is just up here completely.
He's just cashing checks.
Just completely on autopilot. If ESPN had some balls, now this wouldn't happen. You bring Bill Simmons back on. He was so great when he was on the draft.
Yeah, or just like anybody that is a current basketball guy and not have two hosts. Why do you have two hosts?
Right. Makes no sense.
What composition is that? It doesn't make any sense.
Here we go. Brooklyn, 27.
Like maybe don't fire Zach Lowe. Like how about that? You know, it's crazy.
They did. So they
Uh,
just bought like Draft Express or whatever it was. I'm like, thanks for nothing, dude. See ya.
okay.
Joy Taylor, but she's on Fox. She's not on ESPN.
Yeah, I mean, we
Get Chuck and Shaq up there. Facts.
just shitting on these guys.
Danny Wolf.
Oh, that's why I was crying.
No, he was shaking his head, dude.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Say, dude, his buddy is crying there, his agent or whoever that is. I'm kind of surprised Brooklyn didn't really trade a lot of these picks, dude. They're just picking up a ton of garbage, to be honest.
Just throwing shit off the wall, man. I'm still
just
like
cheap roster, you know?
I'm still expecting like to wake up to like some crazy bundle that the Nets traded all these kids for. They put these kids together and traded for somebody. But this kind of happened with OKC, right? Like OKC had a bunch of picks a couple years ago. They couldn't do anything with it. Like no one wanted to. A bunch of shit, a bunch of shitty picks.
A point center.
I'm excited for that. I don't know what to expect, by the way,
with your pick.
No, I'm talking about Shaq and Chuck with Inside the NBA going over.
Don't change a goddamn thing. Change nothing.
So there's that, but there's also having Charles in ESPN on doing other things, like the potential of that. How do they use Shaq outside of the show? I know none of those guys are going to do more than they have to do, especially Charles Barkley, because he doesn't need to do anything extra. But I'm really curious if they'll have him do just all their shit under ESPN. Just let him go.
Probably not. Probably nothing.
Well, I don't know. You know, if they want to do like a golf thing with him, like just whatever he's like super interested in, or give it. Well, you wouldn't, but if you like golf,
I guess
you know, like Charles Barkley, that he likes golf, he likes gambling. A Charles Barkley gambling show would be fire. So I'm saying, ESPN has a gambling app. Like there's a lot.
Really excited. I'm really excited for the NBA on NBC because like Round Ball Rock is the best.
Michael Jordan shitting on people. I am here for that.
Yeah, me too. Yes,
he's gonna be talking so much shit to everybody about everybody all the time, whether he means it or not. I'm so here for it.
Dude, those memes of him where they're showing like his crazy like jaundice.
Oh my god.
Where they're like, I thought this was an African warlord, not Michael Jordan. Is just hysterical, dude.
The Hornets draft Liam McNeely.
Hope he's all right. I hope he's all right with his health. You know, the pick is in for Boston. Dude, have you seen that Jaylen Brown is allegedly like on the trading block?
Yeah, but they don't need.
You do that and like it's over.
They don't need to do that anymore because they traded Drew Holiday and Porzingis. Like they got under the second apron.
Because like I think if you trade Jaylen Brown, you're bad next season.
You're gonna be bad next season anyway with no Tatum.
Derek White, one of the more he's in the Franz, not like in the Franz Wagner tier, but like in that underappreciated realm.
I don't know. I don't think so. I think people know how good Derek White is. Like, I think they do. They should at least. He's better than way better than Franz Wagner.
By the way, that Drew Holiday for Anthony Simons trade, crazy that they even were able to pull that off.
Well,
Simons is good, dude. Simons is good.
Prayers for Drew Holiday because like that's
indeed, yes.
Yeah, they know these guys, and the only thing is like these guys don't have to work more. They don't want. I'm sure they don't want to work more hours than they have to.
I think Kenny Smith would be great doing this stuff.
Yeah,
Chuck up here would be. Oh my god, him and Shaq would be phenomenal. It would be so great. You gonna do what, Chuck?
Yeah.
Dude, as if Darius Garland is the point guard for the Cavs, they are not going to get over the hump.
Well, over the hump is
I don't rate Darius Garland at all. When he was being linked to the Magic, people were not pleased. Oh, the French Hugo Gonzalez from Spain.
That was fat. What the hell? They snuck that in there.
Real Madrid. Oh my God! What a block!
All right, listen. It's Hornets time, boys.
This kid is going to be fired because he's going to Boston. Yeah. All right. What do you want, Sam?
Okay, let me look at this for a second.
So like
McNeely makes sense
from Stanford.
Yeah, the big French Stanford kid makes sense.
McNeely is a wing.
Yeah, but again, they Hornets need everything, and he's good value.
Rasheer Fleming, this kid from St. Joseph's. Hey, he's comped as Pascal Siakam and Obi Toppin.
Ain't no stopping Obi Toppin.
Nope. I was about to say NBA champion Obi Toppin. Rippity do.
In the minds of a lot of people, they are. Fuck, man. OKC man. Fuck, I don't know. That's so
sucks
sad
for Halliburton.
It's so sad. It's sad for everybody, unless you're an OKC fan, because we got robbed of an awesome Game 7. Fleming could be nice.
He's not going to play the entire season. The entire season.
No, it's the worst possible time to get injured in the last game. So like,
it's also the worst injury in like modern sports. Like it kills your bounce.
Yeah, it's tough. So
it's really tough.
It's a bummer across the board.
And in the same playoff series, dude, Lillard, Tatum, and him. Crazy. Dude, Danny Wolf's family has got to get their shit together. They're sobbing, all of them.
I hope he sucks. This
dude, like, even if he didn't get picked tonight, it's like, dude, you're still like gonna get picked. Like, what are we doing, dude?
This is pissing me off. I hope he's trash.
We're drafting a G League player here.
We're picking right now.
The pick is right now.
Yeah, Hornets on the clock. We'll put this up. We're going to commercial. We're gonna see
There's
some like
2:45 left. Announce the pick during the commercial break. Yeah, the only pick in the first round that they announced during the commercials. Everyone says this Kalkbrenner guy from Creighton. I mean, he's gigantic.
Yeah, he's a ready-made boy. Like he's played a lot of college basketball, and he's just a quality big adult man that can play for you.
What about the Dominican dude from Auburn, Johnny Broom?
I feel like you can get him later though. No, like
maybe
because the Hornets will pick. They're picking 29. They're picking at 33 and 34, right? So
there is an Australian guy supposed to go in the second round who went in high school to the Australia Center of Excellence. He's 7'4", 260, and his name is Rocco Zigarski.
Fine. Sign him up.
Good name.
I'll take him in the second round.
His strengths, massive frame with rare dimensions, measured 7'3", barefoot.
I like it.
It's a big boy.
I like it. I swear. Let me see.
And he played in the NBL, LaMelo Ball's league. Again, shout out to the Knicks for forfeiting their pick in the draft. By the way.
Right. I don't have it on my phone.
It's got to be a big though, right? It's got to be a big.
It has to be. And whether it's a center or a power forward doesn't matter because Charlotte just traded Mark Williams. They have Nurkic and Diabate. You need more help there, right?
It's going to be this Serbian guy, Boga Zlub, whatever his name is.
And then power forward wise, they have Miles Bridges and Tejan Salon and Grant Williams coming off an ACL injury. So they need help in the front court.
This Serbian guy is 6'11", by the way. This is going to be your pick, dude.
Wasn't it?
Get your Markovic jerseys ready.
Right.
We'll see. Bobo, let's go. See? Ben Simmons ruined it for Australians. I got news for you, bro. Ben Simmons went number 1 overall. Andrew Bogut also went number 1 overall. Like, Australia is here and have been here. Bad boy Bobo.
Goes by Bogey. Played soccer when he was younger as a goalkeeper.
Ultimately, this guy that you're about to pick is just going to eat fouls for you.
Listen, I want whoever this guy is to have some pride about him. Like, play with some purpose. That's it, man.
I mean, again, to reiterate, you could have picked Donovan Clingan last year. Just going to throw that out there.
I would have.
You well know.
They didn't ask me. Sorry. I'm aware,
Keep
dog.
forgetting that UFC 317
We in Buzelis too.
International Fight Week. Phenomenal main event this weekend in MMA.
So one scouting report says Bobo had an issue with like stopping guys from dunking on him. So that's cool.
Oh, Frederick Weiss, famous Knicks pick as well. Good times. Got dunked on so badly that he didn't come over to the NBA and considered, like, you know, ending things.
Yeah, this thing says
Very
he's a fascinating stash option.
Yikes.
Probably one of those this year if he's gonna. Yeah, he needs to get
so that's a second rounder for sure. Then
this is Sam.
You don't want to give that guy guaranteed
from
money.
The Athletic saying that. So.
Oh, I guess that guy's in play for you at the top of the second round, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, champ.
Great pick.
It. Let's go, boys.
Not a big man, though. A winger.
Fine. They need help everywhere.
Again, you could have. It's Liam McNeely, everybody. You could have picked the other UConn guy last year, by the way. By the way, you have picked 2 white dudes that basically do the same thing.
We're so back, dog. We're so back.
So back.
We're so back.
So back.
Restore the vibes. Restore the fucking vibes.
This guy is a teammate of Cooper Flags too.
Yeah, Mount Vert's crazy.
Yo, his dad rocking the bucket hat. What are we doing, dog?
Probably got it. What's not his dad? Isn't that like the woman that was crying earlier?
No. Dude, he has like children rooting for him in the crowd.
Yeah, what is that? Are they chanting UConn?
Has been well coached. Yes, Danny Hurley is legit. I would love the Knicks to hire Danny Hurley. Hey, put that Suns hat on, dog.
So 14.5 points a game. Shot 31%. Rip.
All right, let's see these highlights. Shot maker.
Shots, exciting whites, man. We're here.
If you squint, yeah, dude, it's you guys are trying to make your version of Tres Leches, dude.
Yeah,
the Indiana Fever, which, by the way, I love that they're embracing that. It's so excellent.
Fucking stealing the Eagle swag too, isn't it? Shouts to Cooper DeJean. How y'all feel?
He's not a safety.
How y'all feel? I think it's good value, if anything else, honestly. Like,
for the culture.
Oh, that's the comment of the night. I'm here for it.
Mom is stacked. What are you talking about?
Her breasts. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
I'm just saying. Did they even show her on camera?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, this kid meant to Montverde. Okay, so like,
yeah,
he's high level guy.
Been through it. I mean, it's a high pedigree.
A little surprised that it's not a big, but maybe they're going for that Bobo guy, top of the second.
Well,
let's see what he has to say.
He's getting interviewed right now. There's his mom's.
Book it, Sam. He said it's a dream come true to play for the Charlotte Hornets.
His mom played at Rice. and it's like
the lower third is covering your and the camera's out of focus. What are we doing, ESPN?
they're getting wobbly, man. They're getting tired.
He's crying, man. I mean, I'd be crying too.
Take that hat off, dog. You ain't going to Phoenix.
Take the hat off. Focus the camera. Back up. What are we doing? What is this framing?
Oh.
Dude, this is honestly him crying, dream come true. You want this guy, right?
So yeah. I mean, I think my guess is they just went with their board and not position, because I thought McNeely was a higher prospect than
No, the
Reynard.
chat's right, dude. For the culture, man.
And
Bring it back, dude.
yeah, so I feel if anyone's frustrated by that, I get it. Especially after they just traded Mark.
Dude, you're picking the big men tomorrow. Like,
yeah.
Low key, you pick that Serbian dude because he's like, who the hell knows? And you pick that gigantic Australian guy. Like, let's cook, dude. Let's get crazy with the big men, you know?
Yeah, so yeah, boom, like that, Willie, exactly. 2 centers at 33, 34. Well, I think you do a center and a power forward if you keep those picks, because they need front court help. They need rim protection. They need rebounding. They need defense. They need shooting. They need all that shit. So you can spread the love across the board there.
I also think low-key you guys could pick that dude from Auburn. I think that's a good pick.
He's a dog, man. I like him.
Yes.
He's a fucking dog.
He's a good interview, too. I've seen a lot of TikToks about him.
He's an older player, though, right?
Yes.
Not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just want to.
No, you need adults. You need adults on your team, dude.
I'm not saying it as a bad thing. I'm just saying. I just want to make sure we're talking about the same dude.
They need a Pascal Siakam type. I mean, every team in the NBA could use a Pascal Siakam. Ria's from Australia. Shout out to Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, and if like for whatever reason their big goes between now and then, so you got 31, 32, and 33. There's 3 opportunities for a center that they may like to go.
Right.
They can get whoever they want.
And dude, they have the entire night and tomorrow before the draft to like evaluate really who they want. Yeah. I mean, I would imagine they kind of already know, but like based on how the draft has gone so far. Or you trade back, dude, from someone that's thirsty for one of them, you know?
Mm-hmm. Maybe you package some of those picks and meet you, just, flip something, you know what I mean? do something else with that.
Start getting on the phone. Besiktas.
Yeah.
Galatasaray.
I think largely a super responsible draft by the Charlotte Hornets, because my number one fear was that the Hornets would trade the 4th pick for like Jalen Green or something like that. That's
an L.
This is a perfectly reasonable, safe draft for the Charlotte Hornets, and I think that's fine.
The exciting whites, dude.
I think that's fine.
It's a white guy summer, dude.
Yeah, my friend. So my friend Jason, shout out Jason, said, "What shirt is or what jersey is Chad from South End gonna buy?" Shout out to the Banker Bros in Charlotte. This is for them. This is for them. for the homies who work at Wells Fargo and Bank of America to come to Charlotte, and they want some representation in their basketball team. This is for
low
them.
upside. Low upside.
This is for them.
This new Clippers logo, by the way, is totally.
Yeah, they fucked the rebrand so hard.
Yeah,
they messed it up.
Yannick Conan Niederhauser from Penn State, a center. 7'1", this guy.
We are.
Dude, look at his legs. He's like Slender Man, dude. Look at his leg. He's like all legs, dude.
He's an older guy, too. He's a MAC alumni.
Dude, he's the first round pick in Penn State history.
Not shocked by that. 2 years at Northern Illinois.
They're playing Kendrick, too.
He played 2 years of action, transferred to Penn State. Now he's going to the Clippers.
Where do you play in the MAC?
Northern Illinois.
My guy. Who's leaving the MAC, I think. So
Where are they going?
Conference USA or something, right?
Oh, ugh. Well, y'all trading Northern Illinois for UMass?
For UMass, yeah, it's right.
Jeez.
They're going to the Mountain West. Only for football.
I guess the Mountain West did get pillaged by the Pac-12.
Oh, NIU sports moving to the Horizon League. Yikes.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen in the chat, leave a grade. A, B. Statistically, there's not many women in here. That's fine. But I want to be inclusive. A, B, C, D, F. Let me know. Spam the chat your thoughts on night 1, round 1 for the Charlotte Hornets. For me, B plus. I'm going B plus.
You've got male viewers.
You got B, B minus, A, C plus, solid B, C plus, F minus.
I think it's a solid B. I think it's a solid B.
F minus, B, C, C plus, B.
I think it's a B. If you're going to be harsh, a B minus. But like, what are you going to do? You know, they traded back into the first round and got a first coming down the line from a terrible team.
From the Mark Williams deal alone is an A. So like, if you want to like knock it down to say like,
well, then what about Vasa Micic is coming back?
He's going to Turkey. He's going to get leg extensions or a new hairline. Like he's not suiting up. I'm willing that into existence. He's going to get some work done. Looking fly.
Build that wall
over there. Now we have no centers. We still have the same centers we did as the season ended. Nurkic and Diabate. It's the same thing. Just Mark Williams is gone, who honestly wasn't bringing much to the table, all things considered. But there's still I'm not going to make a video.
Oh, look, second round starts at 8.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, last year it was during the day, and at 8 p.m. is really weird. It's a really weird move. Last year was an experiment. They're probably experimenting with the timing this year. We'll see what happens next season or next draft. But I don't like the late. It should be during the day. But that being said, we're gonna call it here. I want to make a video after day 2 with the
before you end it, Sam. Before you end it,
yeah.
What was your favorite pick of the first round and your least favorite pick of the first round?
Okay. I'm gonna say Ace Bailey at 5 is a favorite with Utah.
Why?
Because it's ballsy. Danny Ainge doesn't fuck around, man. And he's like, you don't want to come here? Well, hold that. You're coming here. I like that. Edgecombe to Philly, just obviously, I think that's the most adult. That's a very adult move as well. Fears in New Orleans. I'm worried about him. I'm worried for him, but I think he'll do well there. Someone I don't like.
I think Trey Johnson on the Wizards is like he's gonna have a lot of opportunity to shoot the ball on that team.
That's like a sneaky, like, I don't do fantasy sports, but like that could be one to watch out for real.
Also, like Dylan Harper on the Spurs, like right away is gonna have an opportunity to like really contribute to a meaningful team that should be very good next season.
Oh man, Con's gonna be fine, man. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. Just based on value, fair.
I also really like the Jazz getting Walter Clayton Jr., a dude who's gonna like play meaningful minutes right away.
So the Hornets are leaving tonight with Con Knipple with the 4th overall pick. They traded Mark Williams to the Phoenix Suns to get basically the 29th pick and some other stuff we're not gonna talk about for a while. With that pick, they took Liam McNeely, Big East Freshman of the Year from UConn. Love that. And then they got a first round pick in 2029. Now, just from a future draft capital point of view, standing as of right now, the Hornets have all of their own picks, okay, which are going to be valuable. Plus, they have a Dallas pick that's top 2 protected. Not looking so great now. It looked great after the Luka trade. Not so much now. Now they got Cooper Flag. They got a Miami Heat first round pick they have like a weird first round pick that's like for the Kings or something like that. It's a weird one where like depending on where it falls, depending on who it comes from. And now they got this Phoenix pick in 29. So that's 4 first rounders that aren't the Hornets first rounders after tonight. So that when you're talking about a team that's rebuilding and trying to like collect assets and be smart and patient with it all, it's a really solid. What we've been live for 4 hours of work. I'm here for it. And the fun continues tomorrow. And that's your opportunity to address the center spot. I think there's really good value with.
And there's free agents, dude. Like realistically, like Steven Adams, right?
But he's not coming to Charlotte. So like that's where it gets difficult. You have to overpay to get these guys, and Charlotte doesn't have it like that.
Naz Reid, that's the move.
He's not going to come here. They can't do it. It's not going to happen.
I hear
yes, but it's not going to happen. Charlotte has the like the mid-level and things like that to play with to supplement the roster, but it is just not feasible with the cap situation, which is a tragic place to be when you're a bad team. Not having cap space as a bad team is crazy work. But
over under 28 wins.
Under. Right now, lock in. That's a lock. Under. If you said 30, I'd be like 30 is like the absolute ceiling for me at this stage. So I would take the under at 28. And I feel
you making the playoffs?
No.
Or the play-in?
No. What are you talking about? I just said the 30 is the ceiling. Now, unless the East is terrible, 30 wins may get you into the play.
Possible.
Play, maybe. But it's okay. Like, legit. The goal should be 2026, 2027 to be in the mix then. And it's a slow build, and that's
Dibanza season.
Well, I didn't want that. We did this with Cooper Flag last year. We can't get locked into the to the prize because that's never going to work out for us. All you got to do is be smart now and have it all click, and these guys develop at the same time, so you have something to build around, like Detroit did and like Houston did.
That's right. I forgot. Next year in the draft, you got Boogie Fland from Florida, the Boozer at Duke. That Darren Peterson, this kid going to Kansas, is nice, dude. It's a good draft.
It's a good draft,
at least on paper. Right?
The
Ash Daniels,
the ESPN recruiting ratings or whatever you want to put on it, but like that class, next year's class is higher rated than this year's class. Like it's crazy. Like the grades.
Is Carter Knox at Arkansas related to Kevin? He is. So that's a
red flag.
That's an avoid from me. That is an avoid from me.
I showed my girlfriend like the Kevin Knox draft suit,
Fortnite suit. Yeah.
I was like, your boy. I think with the gamer tag on the liner, I was like, yeah, that's. So the Knicks picked Kevin Knox. The next pick was Mikal Bridges, and then the pick after that was Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. We picked Kevin Knox in a Fortnite suit over those guys. The Charlotte Hornets picked SGA. Shut up. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear it. Oh, but listen, God, it's a process. Sucks, it sucks. It's a cliche for a reason. But it's gonna be fine eventually. I like what they did tonight. I do.
Wow, you traded SGA for Miles Bridges in 2 second-rounders. Oh man.
Yeah, I think one of them was Cody Martin, I believe. Ended up being Cody Martin, which was fine for first couple of years, especially when SGA was being benched, or not being benched, just being sat because OKC was tanking and Bridges was kind of like trending upwards. It was like, all right, we kind of won the trade low key.
Bridges had a hell of a highlight reel at Michigan State too.
Yeah. Anyway, I will not be live streaming tomorrow because it's the second round. Because I'll be watching though, and then after the second round, I may be live with a video or a stream or something. But when the draft is done, I'll be back on the channel talking about it. But largely, I'm pretty happy with how it all played out. The Hornets were smart and diligent and responsible, and I can't fault them for that. And they're putting Mark Williams on the screen.
Those are all of these.
And they got rid of Mark Williams, brother. That's the biggest W of the night.
All qualities of the two gentlemen that you just drafted, by the way, all the ways that you just described, like responsible, they're these two guys are not going to be, falling asleep in their car with guns and Doritos, maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe
it could be. No one thought James Booknight would do that. Hey, you have one bag night, you get a little drunk, take a nap, cops are outside. We all been there, right?
No. Not good.
But anyway, I'm gonna end it here, Mike. Appreciate you coming through. If you don't like anything Mike had to say, his Twitter is down below. If you want to talk shit about Arsenal, you can do that. Feel free. But yeah, I'm out of here. Stay safe, everybody, and good night.
See you guys.